Hello, Bastards! This is I, Dirk, coming to you live from Long Island City, New York, my hometown. It's where I live. I'm going to be taking you on a little journey today. We'll be walking through the crux of what is Long Island City to the subway system of New York City above ground so people can see what we're doing. And then I'm going to be taking you to the World's Fair grounds. They were the World's Fair in 1939, 1940, Trilon and Perisphere, all kinds of exhibits from all over the world. And then in 1964, 65, another World's Fair was had. They're called expos elsewhere in the universe. And the only things that really remain are the New York State Pavilion, the museum, and the Unisphere, which I know you guys don't want to see. It's iconic. You've all seen it. It's a big giant globe. It sits atop a fountain. It's really quite beautiful. And it's kind of the symbol of New York, and it's right here in my hometown. How are you guys all doing today? I'm walking down what's known as Jackson Avenue. Now, when I moved into Long Island City, God, a long time ago, guy almost hit me on a bicycle because he's riding on the sidewalk, which is illegal. I'd get a ticket if I did that. There was nowhere near the kind of commerce and population that there is now. In the last 10 years, it has grown exponentially. Lots of foreign nationals. The flavor of the town has changed. When I moved here, it was a little mafioso neighborhood. Irish, Irish trash and Italian second generations with their grandparents all belonging to clubs and all kinds of things. You'd see guys outside playing cards, drinking wine out of short glasses. It was wonderful, and a lot of the terrain was undeveloped. And there were, dead bodies and all kinds of things that people in organized crime do. And over the years, those people died off. Their grandchildren all went to Harvard and Yale and all kinds of amazing Ivy League schools. No longer desired to live here because they sold their properties off. The prices went through the roof, and it became a very expensive neighborhood. It's very transient, though. There's me and a handful of people left over. But for the most part, people who live here now are living here temporarily. A lot of people are not from New York. They just want to experience New York, maybe go to school, maybe they have a job, a transfer program. And that's it. It doesn't feel very homey anymore. Like I've said on the channel 1,000 times. It doesn't feel like home to me anymore. It's changed a lot. And I don't want to be grumpy old man, but I liked it the way it was. Or I'd like to have at least a little bit of it left, but it seems like they're trying to destroy all the historic buildings and build these giant towers. They're everywhere. Here's some for you. That's PS1. This was PS1, the very first public school in New York City. It's now an event space and museum, and it's a pretty cool place. But if you look at this, that's what they're building now. It's insane, and they're everywhere. I'm going to take you kind of far, kind of deep into it, but not too deep, because we're going to get on the train, and we're going to go bashing. Machines on his show, Who Needs a Drink? I tuned in, and he's talking about wine, subject I really like. There's no drinking on the Bash Abouts until the end, because I got to get on trains and run the show, and it's a pretty funny thing. But it's kind of, Long Island City was known forever as being an industrial neighborhood, meaning there's a lot of manufacturing. And that's true in the turn of the century. Everything was made here, everything from swing line staplers to Chiclets gum to Fink bread, all these amazing places that kept America running. And now it's all gone, and it's Hipsterville, maybe the biggest, fastest growing Asian population in America, Long Island City. And that's only in the last 2 years. And there's a lot of money. I don't know where the rents here are $4,000 for a 1 bedroom, sometimes a studio. I mean, who in the world has that kind of money? Usually it's corporations paying for it, trust funds or some kind of stuff. about the town I loved. I loved the neighborly town, like Bashers. It was a neighborly town where people got together and people did deeds, took care of one another, looked out for each other. You know, it's kind of like, look at this extra butter. You know what that is? That's a store for $400 sneakers. I don't know. Sneakers are not a luxury item to me. So I think slapping Gucci on a pair of sneakers is very stupid. It's a beautiful day. This might be the most beautiful day. This might be the most beautiful day we've ever had in New York City, thanks to me. Um, it is truly, utterly beautiful. This is the line to get into New York PS1, and is the Institute for Contemporary Art. A couple of years ago, we went to I've only been in there once. It was some shite art show. It was really super crap. And like 2 hours later, I saw in the paper Bono was there. I didn't see him, but he was there. But this is the state of this town. These buildings are ginormous, rivaling the Manhattan skyline, which is super duper crazy. Why they built this in Queens. A lot of it is landfill down by the water. So they actually, God, after you left. No, after you, please. What I like to do when I do walkabouts is I always give the cars the right of way because I'll wait. I can wait. I'm here with you. I don't need to do that. I'm not one of those people that darts across the street. I do pay attention, even while I'm filming, to traffic because I'm a pedestrian. And in America, except for Los Angeles, Americans, they don't realize that pedestrians don't have the right of way. You'll get creamed. So look left. Look left. And if I'm going to show you the sights, I'm going to switch camera angle, then I'll read through a little bit of the stuff. Okay. Let's see if I remember how to do it. I'm going to show you the back camera. It's July. Boom. There you go. Here's the subway. And here's some of these crazy buildings. That is new. This used to be what's known as the Five Points, and the Five Points was a graffiti mecca. There's a movie called Can You See Me? And if you've ever seen that, it was filmed there before they built all this shit. Now if you look over this direction, that is 100 stories tall. This is the only skyscraper we had at the city building. And it was cool. It was the beacon. It was the only thing there. But now, I'm probably going to get on this train only because I want to stay away from cops who might want to tell me to stop filming, which is possible. And this is under the L. We call these the L, elevated train lines. And they're refurbishing most of them. You can see they're all full of pigeon shit. This is a classic American diner. This is the Court Square Diner. It is one of the most famous, iconic kind of eateries you'd find in America. Scattered all across every state, except maybe Alaska, or maybe Hawaii. You find classic greasy spoons. And that's where the term greasy spoon comes from. They're kind of roadside or open all night, usually 24 hours, and they're beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Though. You can have a burger, fries, grilled cheese, and tomato, which is my go-to. Call it tuna melts. Classic American diner, and we have one, and it's still pretty damn good. I think what I'm gonna do, before I take you guys on the subway, is take a quick little tour of this area, because it's not all that interesting to. So I would say, here I'm just gonna give you a vista. I'm standing in the middle of the street of what's happening here. It's giant skyscrapers everywhere. I'm going to stop here real quick and have a look at the chats and see what you guys are saying. I'll give you a look of that right now. Let's see. Ray. Now, sure, that'll do. Andrew Oakwood with Canadian $5. Bash about to the World's Fair. Upvote and subscribe, everyone. Give Dirk thanks for being such a bastard's blessing. Oh, thank you, buddy boy. Thank you so much. And I can do stuff, right? Frank and Fiore. Day 451. The Gash Man's here. Look at shop.
I'm here now.
Hey, everybody's favorite new white Speedmaster owner, Spike the dog, watching at work. Hey, buddy. Hardcore Shutterbug, my friend Steve. It was his birthday the other day. Out on the streets. Oh, out on the streets for a living. Black Diamond. Let's see who else is in here. Andrew Wolkovich is here. Dirk sounds Canadian. Oh, that say a boot and a boot and a boot. I don't know. Sheen's in the room.
A boot?
I'm just going through the quickly. A boot? Are you a boot? Are you going in the house? Daniel Gutierrez, Jacob Candle. The switch worked for me. Hey, I have a question for you. If I do this real quick, does it switch to portrait?
Yeah, in a widescreen frame.
Oh, in a widescreen frame. So
what's happening is, actually, let me put you by yourself for a second. Hang on a sec. I'll remove myself. Oh no, I'll just make you full screen. No, it actually works, man. Because it's we can see more. Oof, that's so fucking loud. The train going by. Sorry, Dirk, you're on mute for a second because that's fucking impossible, man. That looks like the 7 train in Long Island City over by Court Square or somewhere. We can't hear you, Dirk, for a second. Just going to let that go by. Okay, you're back.
Yeah, it is indeed the 7, and it is going right. I just showed everybody the Court Square Diner.
Okay, cool. So we can see more vertically because, we can see the height of that building now, whereas we couldn't before. But
Yeah.
you're in a widescreen window. So this isn't going to go out on YouTube in the format that you're looking for.
Okay.
Okay.
Just wanted to see. So what I'll just do is this.
Yeah, there you go.
And I could just go up. Just want to get everybody who's in the role right now. This is interesting. What does this say? Oh, it's in Irish.
Yeah, Bonach T on Slua Ata and Shah Tarish Oshin. Bonach T is like good evening. On Slua Ata and Shah. I don't know. I'm losing my Irish. Let me copy. How can I copy that?
Getting on the train. Getting on the Court Square station. He's getting on the train. Taking everybody for a ride.
Nice.
To the World's Fair, the New York City World's Fair.
Oh, you're going to the World's Fair?
I am. I'm going to use my phone to get me in here. How slick was that?
That was very slick.
I just tapped my phone.
I've never seen that before.
It's all tapping now. The whole city is tapping.
And Andrew,
okay, guys, this is your first look.
Let me see if I can fix this audio.
Is my audio shit?
I just want to reduce the background noise. Now speak to us.
Yeah, okay. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. So thank you, Andrew. There was a setting. It just put a noise gate on you.
Okay. Hey, a noise gate. Wow, that's fancy.
Yeah. Just to remove some of the background shit,
I'll take you guys on the track. Here comes the train, guys.
So you're headed out to the World's Fair in Deep Queen in Flushing.
Yeah, I figured the Unisphere, all that cool stuff.
Nice.
I thought it'd be fun to take everybody on a trip to, on the New York City subway system.
Sure.
Yeah, because a lot of people have never been here. They've just only heard of the subway. And it's dangerous.
Nice. You're running? It's very stable. So Angelo Minichello, Super Chat 20 Canadian. Dirk, for a drink or some dinner at some point. Enjoy.
Thanks, Angelo.
And JBB, $10. For God's sake, watch out for the third rail.
That's a common misconception. The third rail is all the way on the other side. You'd have to jump on the tracks, go to the other side, and it's covered with two pieces of wood. So you actually have to slip your foot into a slot in order to get electrocuted. People have done it, but it was intentional. You're not going to fall on it.
Tim Lassick, $4.99. Happy Friday, Dirk. Rashid and friends. Cheers to a great weekend.
Hey, boys. Great to see you in the chat tonight. Yeah, I ran to get I wanted more room on the, because the other cars were too packed, so I booked. How'd you get there so fast? We booked. Should I go out the window so you guys can see the sights?
Yeah, and I might mute you for a second.
Okay. Yeah, you might have to while I'm on the train.
I'll mute you for a second. Oof, that was rough. Sorry, guys. Oof, a lot of noise. So he's gone around. This is Queensboro station here. And that's Long Island City. Look how developed it is these days. Jesus. I lived there for years. Great area, really. But of course, there's no stopping progress. You can't stop progress. What's that from, guys? There's a movie quote for you guys from Dan Ender. You can't stop progress. Andrew Walkovich, 20 Canadian. For the guy on the board, making the guy on the mic sound better. Have a drink. Everyone should upvote and subscribe. Thank you so much, man. Legend. Thank you. Do I do gongs here or what? I don't know. Nathaniel, 5 pounds. I'm wearing Tim Wright's new watch, the CWC G20 Field Watch. What's that? Christopher Ward, is it? Or what's CWC? Or what is everyone else wearing? Well, I'm wearing the two-tone Tudor chrono. It's nice. It's a great watch. Dirk, what are you wearing? Can you hear me? Let's see what you're wearing. You probably can't hear me. A lot of noise on the train. Look at all these modern buildings. They're so ugly. Yeah, there you go. Oh, he's wearing this moon watch, is it? Jesus. That's funny. Look at that. Look at all this new stuff. Oh my God. It's been so developed since I've been there. That's crazy. That is wild. He's losing signal now because it's crossing from one antenna to another. He's going across the bridge. He's actually going over the train tracks. And he'll be above Queens Boulevard. An area I know very well. In just a moment. Those train tracks are the reasons why all the addresses get wacky over there in Long Island City. Bizarre end because the train tracks, and then you have to continue on the other side. So now he's over Queens Boulevard. I still have storage. We're going to pass by my fucking storage unit where a lot of my stuff is. There's the first stop. One of these stops is where that poor gentleman was pushed off the train. Remember, by that racist woman. She saw some Indian-looking guy or Afghani-looking guy, and you're a terrorizer, and she pushed him off the train. Her guy was on his way to work. He was a regular New Yorker, but she didn't like the fact that he was brown in front of the train. He lost his life. Terrible. Ray. Mad Max.
It was 33rd and Rawson right here.
Yeah. It's terrible, sad. She's in jail now. Ray, the sound, my sound's breaking up, Ray. You just said dude, so who's dude? You see how non-specifics don't work. So soon there's gonna be a McDonald's, and behind it is my storage unit where I have to. That's the first place I'm going when I get back to New York, because I've got so much stuff still in there after all these years. I've stayed in that fucking hotel, by the way. There's my storage unit, the blue and the red. The distance. Jesus, I'm breaking up. My audio's breaking up. Let me check my audio. Thank you, Andrew. Unmute. Let me check my settings. What's going on with my audio?
I'm gonna stop now, so it's quiet.
How's that? Is that any better, guys?
It sounds great to me. You haven't broken up on me at all.
Okay, it's intermitting, says Ray. Fuck.
We're one stop away from where Mr. North played 1,000,000 gigs.
Yes, that's right. 46th. Man.
I'll mute every time the train moves on.
Yeah. So many memories. Yeah, Taylor's Hall, which became the Diving Bell, which is now some sort of deli or something. They sold it off. They were always losing money. It was packed every Saturday night for years. It was packed beyond belief. You couldn't get in. And but they were never actually making any money somehow. I don't know why. There's White Castle. Emmett and Colin were there 1,000,000 times in the middle of the night, drunk, getting some White Castle. I don't think I've ever had White Castle in my whole life. 46 and Bliss. Man, this is bringing me back. A little bit better, says Daniel. In the settings, let me check if there are more settings I can put on. Mic volume. How about that? Is that any better? Andrew, one stop away from place Mr. North played The Home for Unwed Mothers. Shut your mouth. Cheeky monkey.
Boom, boom.
Okay, audio's now perfect. So I guess Ray, it was it was a couple of setting problems. Was I having them over on my show as well or not? I hope not. It's just me talking for 2 fucking hours. I hope you weren't having that problem. Oh boy. So now we're heading down. Yeah, this is still Queens Boulevard. Now it hangs a left. It goes into a place called Woodside. Real Irish territory here. There's a lot of Irish pubs. No, your show is okay. Okay, thank you, Daniel. Okay, just on Dirk's. Thanks for the feedback, fellas. It really means a lot. You don't know what you're hearing. Look at all these old derelict buildings with the graffiti on them and stuff. They're still the same. You know what? New York hasn't changed that much. Don't listen to the naysayers. It's still
there's not many of those left, Carol.
No.
There's not many.
No.
Maybe from the sides of the train, because I just realized I'm gonna make my way towards the front.
He's racing. Don't bump into anyone. It's gonna whack its phone.
Because if I get to the front of the train, I can do the front window.
Oh shit, yeah.
So every stop, I'll just run a couple of cars.
That's fun. Yes, that's what 52nd and Lincoln. Man, this hasn't changed at all. All this shit is burnt into my mind here. Wow. That's so New York. Look at the buildings just like held together with spit and twine. So Queens. Ugh, that paneling across the front of the buildings. Ugh. And those horrible painted roofs. MIM RW 999 Italian Isis from Flushing Meadows Park. On us today. Enjoy. I think that's Mimi. I think that's your friend. Very, very much appreciated, Mim or W. Yeah, look at this. This is classic stuff. We're coming up on a big station here. Yeah, I think it's 60 something. It's kind of a significant one. And yeah, you can get the LI.
61st and Woodside, otherwise known as Micktown.
Right.
I'm going to try to do that again, but this station is so mobbed.
Yeah. That's super mobbed. 61st and Woodside.
It's a Mets game. There's a Mets game on, so the trains are a little busy.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I saw some of the jerseys.
Yeah. I didn't wear my Mets hat.
What an awful looking buildings and streets. It's so blue. Like, it's a rough looking part of town. It is. I'm sorry to say, it's concrete and steel, and yeah, it's real New York, baby. You're not going to see a whole lot of trees around. Andrew, what season do you miss being in New York the most? The season? Shit, I don't miss the winters. They're brutal. I don't miss the summers. They're brutal. I suppose the other two, and they only last a few weeks because New York pretty much only has summer and winter. It's not for the faint-hearted, New York. It's a tough old town, I have to say. I mean, if you're a millionaire and you live on the Upper West Side or Central Park West or something, then it's a different experience. But I spent a lot of time out here in Queens and in Brooklyn and stuff, and it's, yeah, put hairs on your chest, guys. There was a time the subway was a lot rougher looking than what you're seeing right now. You know, certainly couldn't wear a nice watch on there. Oh, he's onto the right car now because the front of the car is going to have that window. He's going to push his way through if he can. All the Mets fans, look at that. They're all on their way out to Flushing Meadows. That's funny. Nathaniel, when I was living in New York, my Notre Dame classmate Aaron Heilman was pitching for the Mets. Free tickets were nice. Oh, that's nice. Very cool.
What team was he pitching for?
He's for the Mets.
That was a joke.
It was a joke? Well, I didn't get it. It's a poorly framed joke.
It's an old thing. What team does he pitch for?
Oh, it is? Okay. It says free tickets are nice. I don't get it. The humor fell flat on me. Sorry.
You never heard that expression? I think he pitches for the other team.
Oh, okay. I've heard that, but I don't know how that translates to pitching for the Mets when he was living. Whatever. Easy E, wear the sub all over Manhattan, feel fine, honestly, and have super situational awareness. Yeah, I'm sure. Listen, I'm sure there's a lot of Rolex and stuff going around. You're probably fine, you know.
Trains are so packed. I can't get the window seat, but I might soon.
Yeah. Oh, I see. He bats on the other side of the plate. Blah blah blah. Okay, I get it. Yeah. Okay. Free tickets were nice. I don't know how that works into that joke, but anyway, whatever. Maybe I'm stupid.
Not tomorrow, not after breakfast.
What do you do? Did you make some little clips yourself? That's cool. Just went crazy. I like it. Daniel, so free tickets now. It's a joke. It's a we're all supposed to giggle. I don't know why. Mine wasn't a joke. I actually got free tickets for Mets games, so it wasn't a joke, Dirk. You see, you know how I detected it wasn't a joke because it wasn't funny. I think if Nathaniel is going
To a European, Americans all about the joke. It's a very prevalent joke here. But it's the team you bat for, or what team you pitch for. It's the same.
it wasn't a joke, but all right, doesn't matter. So here we are heading out beyond the beyond. Look at those beautiful big high-rise apartment blocks that just look like you want to kill yourself in there. All the fucking strips of shitty stores. That's Queens, guys, and a lot of Brooklyn looks like that. A lot of New York looks like that. We all see like the skyline of New York with the Chrysler and the blah blah, the Manhattan skyline with the sunset. We think, oh, it looks great, but the truth is, most of New York looks like this, honestly, and this is why we drink, because it's not a pretty place at all. But it's got charm, it's got character, and it's full of interesting people trying to make it in life. That's what it's all about. It's about the people, baby. Where are we now? Jackson Boulevard or Junction Boulevard? Yeah, I never spent much time there.
Because there's nothing for anyone to do here but dream of getting out of here.
Right. Yeah. It's a nice day.
It's the most beautiful day of the year so far. Hands down.
Wow.
It's the most beautiful day. But
is the AC pumping in the train? I hope so.
yeah, it's nice. It's very cold in here. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just listen. Central Queens is just the worst.
Oh, it's the worst, and the Queens is such a massive borough.
The largest borough.
This goes on forever, man. Yeah, it's crazy. Daniel, I don't get the joke. Yeah, it wasn't a joke. It was a bit of a crosswires there. It's okay. Looks like Toronto, says Andrew. Yeah, a lot of America is like this, those thrown up buildings like that. It's just North America. I mean, the continent, just like stuff thrown together. It's not Venice, all right, but what is? I love all these buildings are kind of mismatched and side by side and stuff. It's weird. And the funny thing is, the rent in any of these buildings is probably double what it is here in Venice. That's the crazy part. Oh, man. Easy E down the frog and toad to catch some Britney Spears. Whatever you mean by that. Gobbery. To be honest, if you drive across tube in London or train in Paris, they look exactly the same, kind of rough. Yeah, any of the big cities, they get kind of crazy. You want to see Milan here, like you get out to the outskirts and it's all kind of like this a bit.
That's the U.S. Open right there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Over there. Oh, I see.
Big ugly bubble. Now it's behind a tree. Look, a tree. We hit a couple of trees. Imagine.
Wow, some green.
Yeah, this is where it starts. Where Queens starts to get really nice. It starts out nice, gets really shitty, then it gets nice, and then you wind up in places like Forest Hills, which is gorgeous. Looks like Wimbledon.
Right.
Douglaston. This is just this is the beginning, and this beautiful park was built. Paul would have the history of that better than I, but it was built to house the 1939-40 World's Fair. But it's the very famous ash heaps that are found in The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. So when they're, because it wasn't developed yet, so when they're driving and they pass the ash heaps of Flushing, they're talking about this park because it was a dump. And with traffic, we're backed up. I get off at the next stop and return to Serenity now. Attention passengers, there's a train that's disabled in front of us. Give us a couple of minutes. Look at those rusty tracks. Did I lose you guys? Is Ush offline? Did we lose him? Somebody give me a heads up and say if Ush is offline. Oh, Ush disappeared. Okay, there he is.
I just wanted to get a drink. Jesus.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't know whether I was disabled or you were disabled.
No. Sorry. We were talking, so I figured that. Got some watermelon.
That's Willits Point. Next stop. This is a station that they built for the 3940 World's Fair, then refurbished it in 1964, and they haven't touched it since.
Wow.
I'll be happy. All right. Woo, I'm out. Oh, it feels good.
That was pretty quick.
Yeah, it was pretty quick.
I've never been at that stop. I've never been to. I went to see. I went to see the Yankees
Never went
and
to
the
Shea Stadium?
Blue Jays. No.
Oh, well, now it's not Shea anymore. It's that new shitty field. It feels like, looks like the Brooklyn Dodgers were the other story team before they moved to Los Angeles, and they had a stadium called Ebbets Field. So what did the owners of Big Mets do? They created a place that looked exactly like Ebbets Field. It doesn't feel Metsy at all. It just feels like somebody was wishing they had a better baseball team. You know?
Ray says,
Which I'm a Mets fan, so I can say that. Who cares? I can say that because I'm a giant Mets fan. But, you know, we're losers, and I know it, but there are losers.
Mets fans have character, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yankee fans don't. No offense.
Yeah, the Yankees, they don't have character. Yeah. They just buy the best players, that's it.
They're like Real Madrid or, you know. Oh, I'm about to exit and go to the park. Get your liquor here before the game. Famous New York City turnstiles, kids.
Fucking super packed.
And the best part is I'm out and into the park. Wow, this place is more shaped than my deck.
Wow. I don't know this place at all.
You've never been to the Unisphere?
No, I have not.
Ush, you never been to Unisphere?
No, I haven't, man. You can't hear me?
How couldn't you? Your show is perfect. I don't know what's going on.
You know me. I don't give a shit about all this stuff.
You don't like landmarks? You do.
I mean, if it's old, ancient, gorgeous shit.
Well, the Unisphere is amazing.
If it's like 1960, you know, I'm like, who cares?
Like, I love 1950s and 60s architecture, mid-century modern. I love that stuff. And if I could have a beach house. Is that you clicking out or is it me clicking out?
I don't know, man.
Let me see what my signal
with the audio. It just got better. Your signal just got better.
Okay.
Let me see if the echo cancellation is on.
That, kids, is the new dome.
Oh, that's it there? That's where they're all headed?
No, they're headed to the Mets game. That's City Field right there.
There.
That's the Mets Stadium. The other one was a big, round, giant. It was much, much bigger than that. You know, now baseball is nowadays a smaller sport. It's less popular, so they make more amenities and things like that. So it went from a 77,000 seat stadium to like a 48,000 seat. It's much smaller. It's where the Beatles played.
Oh, right, of course, yeah.
Who did I see there? I saw the Police there, Synchronicity Tour, Steel Wheels, the Rolling Stones. I was so bored because it was like Rolling Stones had pyro. I was like, why do they have pyro? It just seemed so inauthentic.
Valve says the old Shay was a dump.
It was, but it was our dump. I took the dump.
It was, but it was our dump.
Yeah, it was our dump. It's fine, you know. It was a total dump. There's no doubt about it. Now it's you go there and you get $24 pizzas.
Mm-hmm.
God.
Nathaniel, going to baseball games got a lot more entertaining for me after I turned 21 and I could buy beer, overpriced beer. You know,
Piss beer too.
When I went to piss beer. It's always awful and that stuff. But that is the funnest thing to do, is just eat cheeseburgers and drink beer, I suppose. Watch, it's Brian in the house. Grew up in California, and the old part of town was 100 years old. Moved to the East Coast was 1800s. Got to Europe, and the new part of town was built in the 1700s. Yeah, I think my building I'm in was built like maybe 400 years ago or something. But Venice goes back 1600 years. So it was built back in 400, you know.
The man in blue. Oh, with their beautiful Malinois. Oh man, is that cute? I love those police dogs. They're so beautiful. This is the railroad. One on the railroad. It's funny because it's a stop that it doesn't normally stop here unless it's a baseball game. It's just stopped just for the workers.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Oh shit! I haven't been here in a while. There's a bunch of new stuff now. There's a big building that says the Chase Center. So this, we are now at the U.S. Open grounds. When you go down this ramp, and of course it's a very beautiful park. But you know, the creme de la creme, because you know tennis is a super elite sport. It's like in the center of shithole USA. So it's kind of like this rich oasis in the middle of hell. You know, because this is technically in Corona, not Flushing. And Corona, listen, it's a shithole.
Of course it is.
It's a shithole. And yeah, you probably get a roach-infested motel box. You probably get like one of those what was the name of that decon box for like $13.50 for a single room full of roaches, and the drug dealers next door. I'm sure you do.
Right.
Crap. Horrible. It's a joke. And now this is cool for some history. This is like right at Paul Street. Paul said this is the only tattoo he'd ever get, which he never will. But on the floor here is a representation of where the Trilon and Perisphere then stood for the 1939-40 World's Fair, which was, it was called the World of Tomorrow. And, you know, all the expos that they have throughout Europe, you know, they come here too. And these are two of the most famous expos ever. And they were held on the same site in 34-35 and 64-65. And this is the U.S. Open right here.
Wow.
And I'm taking you guys to the Unisphere, which is very beautiful. And if they'll let me in, I'll take you in the museum and I'll show you guys the panorama of New York, which is very cool. It's a model of New York set on a floor to like, 1/1000th scale. It's very cool. I don't know if it's in, but It's a place to get ice cream and snacks. You know what you could get here, Shane? Remember these? Jamaica beef patties. Remember those?
Yeah, Daniel, we're aware of the stand. When he uses the ultra wide camera, it actually catches some of his stand. That's not new.
Let me fix that. I can fix it right now.
But then we'll lose the ultra wide.
Well, let me see if it. You tell me, and I'll put it back however you want.
Sure.
If you hate it, you hate it. If you don't, I'll put it on back dual wide.
It's fine. It's not ultra wide anymore, but it's fine.
I don't know why. Is it just the way that they designed this before they designed the camera? I mean, it can't be. This Osmo came out after the iPhones have had that camera configuration for years. So bad planning on their part. You know, I'm going to put it back because I think it's better. As you can see.
It's just, yeah, it just gives you a lot more. Well, it's less detail, I suppose, but it gives you kind of a broader scope. You just have to put up with that little bit of plastic. But that's, you've had that since day one.
I know. No way out.
It's fine. It's just one part of the image that everybody has an iPhone these days, and there's one part of the image with that notch that's cut out. You know, everybody's used to it. So
that's true. That's true. Elton John just tipped. Oh, Elton's on Timmy's show. That's funny.
Oh yeah, Elton. He's becoming kind of a
live personality. Yeah.
Yeah, on Timmy's, he's a lot of fun, Elton. He's a good guy.
Now, I'll tell you what's really a shame about this park, and that is that most New York City residents do not take advantage of this beautiful park. But I'll tell you who does. All the people who emigrate here, all the people from other countries, or Latin America, Mexico, they're here using the park every single day because they value what it represents.
They're bringing their rapists. They're bringing their criminals.
Right. No, you know what they're bringing? Hot dog buns and a barbecue.
and they're cleaning your toilets in your McDonald's, and they're making food at 4 a.m. in a deli when you're drunk. They're basically filling in all the gaps the Americans won't fill in.
So you've got all these kids here, and like 90% of them are enjoying the park. And I'm like the only white dude in the park right now.
Right.
Pretty much. I mean, and it is a very Latino area, to be fair, but, you know, It is a giant park. And it's right next to the world's now considered America's greatest airport, LaGuardia. Isn't that amazing?
Is that a fact?
Fact. It's got like the best ratings. I mean, they completely redid it, and it is gorgeous.
Wow.
I'm going to go this way. Oh, that smells good. You know, it's funny, even as a vegetarian, barbecue smells good to me. What can I tell you? Not the searing flesh, but the briquettes. And, it smells great. I'm not that interested in the, but it.
You could have some corn, or you could have, grilled veggies. Lovely.
Grilled asparagus. Oh, yeah. I don't know how they could listen to that music. Oh
That's right, Daniel. Picking your grapes, yes. All the grape pickers in California are immigrants. It's great work, solid work. You have to get up at 5 a.m. and work all day. It's hard work. You use your hands.
Except in the commercials.
Yeah, right.
I used to love to come in here and ride my bikes, and you know what? This is making me hanker for that. The days I would come in here and ride my bike, and there's a lot of great trails.
When was the last time you were out on your Cannondale?
Fucking 4 years ago. I get it redone every day, and every season I lube it up, I fill all the shocks up, I get it all ready, I clean it up, and then I never ride it.
You used to come and see me in Bushwick on your Cannondale.
Dude,
You'd be
I
like,
lived
I'll
on
be
that
there in
bike.
5 minutes, and you fly over
Yeah,
as the crow, pretty much as the crow flies, because there was no easy
yeah.
way to get from Long Island City to Bushwick. It was
No.
cut across the land with train
Yep.
tracks and things. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did. Because that
Right.
bike was so, it's full suspension. I could pretty much jump over, hop onto anything. Here's
Yeah.
Mr. Washington.
That's lovely, actually.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Yeah. Very nice. And he owned slaves.
Yes, he did. Well, they all did, didn't they?
They all did. Man. Listen, I'm not one to rewrite history. They all did. Learn from our mistakes, kids. Don't erase them. Learn from them.
Right.
Now I'm in a field. Colina, right? Campo. Colina's hill. Campo is field.
Campo.
Yeah. I don't know. I must have missed. I haven't been here in a while. I must have missed the main road that takes you right to the Unisphere.
Travis, of course there are. We're trying to push the. Of course there are. Clearly, we're just trying to push the message about people coming into the land illegally, as most people who live there ever did, because that's what you do when you're running away from other stuff, and then you get naturalized and all of that.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's how it works.
Paul's grandfather jumped off a boat about a half a mile off the shore from Italy.
That's crazy.
So he wouldn't get turned back.
Right. That was the big fear.
Sure. Because, they'd look in your eyes, they'd look at your hands, they'd see if you had any kind of, if you had the consumption or conjunctiva or any of that kind of stuff.
Uh-huh. Did he have anything?
I don't know, but he wound up becoming an American citizen, wound up having children and grandchildren and so on and so on. And they're all Americans. All of them. He was escaping.
Listen, the very first went over there completely illegally and killed whoever they saw. So come on. Anything's an upgrade from that.
Yeah, I know. People like to forget that part. No, they don't want to talk about that part.
We are Sitting Bull. What are you doing here? We're taking your land.
Well, first, wasn't it trickery? First, it was like, oh, nice to meet you.
I mean, it's a colonization. That's what it is. It's not trying to beat anyone down. Just let's be fucking clear about it.
Listen, we were savages, human beings, and to some extent we still are. But we were in our course of that evolution, we were savages, and we took over, we invaded. Some still do, some do not. Some oppose, some do not, and we killed everybody in order to expand. Look at the Catholic Church; they're guilty of killing more people than anybody ever in the history of the world.
Yeah, by far. And listen, in the end, America became a beautiful country full of beautiful things.
Sure.
So we forgive you. It's great.
And we're gonna make it great again.
Yeah, and soon it'll be great again. So therefore, look at this. This is getting very cool. You know what?
That's why you're here.
I'm a tad ashamed because 20 years in New York and how many different places and different areas that I live in, I've never gone there.
That's everybody.
I would pass that from a distance in a cab on my way to JFK.
Yep.
I feel bad.
It's one of the most beautiful. It's Paul's favorite thing in the world, next to ships. The Unisphere is so special to him, and my friend Steve too. It's just, it was to commemorate the 65 World's Fair. It is enormous. There's a troop of kids outside dancing in front of there right now, which is quite beautiful.
Of course, people are going to recognize this from Men in Black, right?
Men in Black and what's the other one? Iron Man 2, which was shot here. And I'll take you to that, to the New York State Pavilion. I will take you to that. This is the site of very famous concerts by The Doors. It was called the Sugar Bowl, which is now gone.
That's right.
Um, very few things. Behind it is a beautiful kind of Art Deco slash Bauhausian architecture. It's the New York, the Museum of the City of New York. It's New York State Museum, and it is beautiful. And there's some great things in there to be seen too. But this is the fountains are not working today. What a shame! What a shame. How's my signal? Is it good?
Easy E. It's all right. It's coming and going. Easy E. Biden has let in 12 million. Yeah. And I don't see anything wrong with that. The country can accommodate about 1 billion, I reckon. And the country is made of immigrants. So immigrants don't get to piss on other immigrants. All right. Easy. Pipe down there. Pipe down.
I missed it. What happened?
All they're going to do is make better food than you were probably making. Oh, what's going on here? It's like a dance?
Yeah, there's like a little dance recital. Some kind of
nice.
It looks like older people doing a get in shape kind of routine.
Nice.
It might be Zumba. I bet it is. My old boss Jennifer, she was 5 kids. And she had put on a bit of weight, and she started doing Zumba. And the next thing you know, she's ripped.
Yeah, because it's so much fun, and you're moving so much. Hey, man, you want to lose weight? You go to a rave. Go to one of those all-night raves and fucking dance your ass off on ecstasy. I've never done it, but you'll shed the pounds because you just look at this. This is beautiful, man. Especially in the widescreen with the sky, and it's very cool looking. I'm quite enjoying this, actually. Wow. And look, there's hardly anybody out there. It's just Latinas and stuff. There's a little ice cream thing over there for the kids.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they have ice cream and all kinds of, I guess South American treats.
Nice.
Salchipapa, hot dogs. And then lots of coconut milk drinks, which would be
lovely.
A bad idea for me, but you enjoy.
Oh, you don't like coconut? Or you're allergic?
I am anaphylactically allergic to coconut.
Oh, Jesus. How does that happen?
I don't know. But it's not good.
Oh, that's crazy.
It just makes my airwaves collapse. My airwaves just collapse. I walk around.
Oh, Travis, we didn't mean anything by it. We just mean that there's a lot of workforce. I've seen a lot of Latino. I lived in New York for 20 years, as you know well, and I saw a lot of Latinos work their fingers to the bone, 16-hour days, and it broke my heart to hear all of that hatred. I just don't like it, But I'm for the underdog. I always have been. I've always spoken up for the people with no voice.
I missed it. What happened?
No, Travis is just like, you're making it out like all Latinos are uneducated. Of course not.
Oh,
hey,
God,
one of my favorite Latinos is fucking Ernesto.
Oh my God,
Travis, no way. Che Guevara, he was very educated, highly educated Argentinian.
Some of the wisest, most sage people I've ever met in my entire life were the Mexicans that I worked with. I mean, incredible wisdom. Absolutely incredible. Oh, no. No, you know what?
It's a westernized fallacy to assume that people aren't educated from South America. Of course they are.
Of course they are. There's a lot of people in America who aren't very well educated.
Right.
That's for sure.
And I deal with them day after fucking day. They can't even write a sentence correctly. Jesus. They're like, get off my lawn.
Get off my lawn. Here's the museum. The Queen's Museum.
Was there water in that? Easy E said there was water in there.
Yeah, no, it's a fountain. It's a beautiful fountain that they fill it up. And there's I don't know, something like 150 water sprays, like, what they have in Vegas now.
So massive. Look at it. Wow.
Dedicated to man's aspiration towards peace through mutual understanding and symbolizing his achievements in an expanding universe. Built and presented by United States Steel Corporation to the 1964-65 New York World's Fair, April 22nd, 1964. Made of stainless steel, the Unisphere is 140 feet high, 120 feet in diameter, and weighs 700,000 pounds.
Wow, look at that.
It is an amazing. I've climbed up on it. Not that far, but up to this size, obviously. Because when you're a kid, you do stupid shit. Just goes to show you how far away, how big the Pacific Ocean is. Because we're on the Pacific Ocean side. And there's South America all the way over there. And there's Australia. We can't even see either landmass.
Nathaniel, be careful. You're talking to a guy who's a fan of Che. You may be sucking fucking shit from modern Western American propaganda. Che was much more concerned with disabled people and people who are impoverished and communist people, and I doubt he had much time to be concerned. But it's classic Western American shite to say that they had a problem with gays.
But everybody has a problem with gays. America has a problem with gays.
England had a problem with gays. They fucking chemically castrated fucking Alan Turing.
Yeah, Alan Turing.
in the 60s, in the 50s and 60s. Give me a break.
I mean, listen, everybody can be all kumbaya gay now that they want, you know. But you know, like I said, it's now like, oh, I'm this, I'm that, you're this, you're that. Back in the day, it was like you were mentally disturbed. It was considered a mental disorder.
It was a crime. In England, it was a crime.
It was a crime here.
Till the 60s, it was a crime.
There's a great song by the French, who's that? The great Charles Aznavour. And it's a song called What Makes a Man, and it's about a bunch of queens who work in a cabaret. And it talks about how they have fun, but how life is so dangerous for them if they give it away. You know, like in their circle, they can do what they want. But the second they step outside, they could be arrested, jailed, killed, beaten, you know? It was a totally different thing back in the day.
Absolutely. But we're still hearing that shit today about the Middle East. Oh, you want to go to Gaza if you're gay, man? It's like,
this is not the place, but you know, there are places that do still string
No. I follow a lesbian couple who live in Gaza. I follow them on Instagram. They're absolutely fine. I mean,
I'm sure that there's some.
If pressed, the locals will say no, that's against God. But if pressed, most of America will say that's against God too. Jesus Christ. It's like their angle. Somehow it's their fucking angle, and therefore
it's a good angle because
they're allowed to kill all of those people just because they won't. You know, give me a break. Fucking hate that shit. We lost him now. Hey Dirk, your signal's gone weak. Travis wants $5 for clarification. I wasn't implying that of your view. However, I believe too many Americans have that view. I understand. I understand, Travis. You're in a safe space here. We're good at, we're not going to take offense. And you're right. No. I appreciate your comment, Travis. Absolutely. It's great to know that like there's broad minds, wide minds, as Dubliners would say. You're wide. You're well wide.
What was the context, by the way, that he thought you? Did he think one of us said something that was?
Well, I was saying that all these a lot of these immigrants are cooking your meals in the middle of the night when you're drunk and cleaning the toilet in the McDonald's and so on, and that could have been interpreted also as like putting the people down. But of course,
no, it's the opportunities that they're afforded. That's what it is. It is when they come here and they're spilled into. Listen, I worked with a woman. I will keep her name out of this. One of the most beautiful people I've ever met. She was from El Salvador. She made her way up through Mexico, and she had a child. And she got to the border, and she was raped. Not on their side, on our side. Mm-hmm. And she was kept in a thing for a while. She wound up her daughter is whoever that border guard's child is. And I said to her years ago, I said, why don't you get a DNA test? She goes, I never want to live that trauma ever again.
Of course not.
And she's a registered nurse in New York City now. She's a registered nurse.
Look at that.
She waitress put herself through school, and she's one of the most beautiful people, hardest workers I've ever met in my life. I'm like, you know what? It's very easy for people to go rah rah this and rah rah that, but somewhere there's a truth that people don't want to hear. And what did Al Gore say? Inconvenient truth, right? It's inconvenient when it's goes up opposing with all the bullshit.
That's right. Al
You
Gore
know,
did say that. Easy
he
E,
did.
$20. Great tour, Dirkowitz and Ushberg. If you have a problem, accident, injury, call Dirkowitz and Ushberg.
That's right. Have you been in an
was-
accident? Do you know of an accident? Have you heard about an accident? If you've heard about one, call us.
1-800-Dirkowitz and Ushberg. This was an important place back in the day as television and air conditioning were introduced to the public on site.
That's who said that?
That was Easy E.
That's funny. So
We're
this
getting
is
up to Men in Black here.
yeah. Well, Men in Black, sure.
Sorry, that's a very nouveau.
Yeah, it's a new
cultural reference. I'm sorry.
But here's the
very
great
amateur
news.
of me.
Here's the great news. You see that? This is called the New York State Pavilion, and it's one of the most beautiful. It's very space age and moderny, and this is the theater, the Queen's Theater, which mimics the towers here. Now these were restaurants and vantage points and all those kinds of things. Now Paul has been trying to save this, one of his many save the blank blank blank. He's been trying to save this for years, and about 10 years ago we came here for a rally, got to wear hard hats, got to look around. Anybody who's also played Grand Theft Auto 4 will know this, because this plays a very big role in the game. This park plays a very big role in the game, but it has been officially landmarked and it is being restored. This thing is going to be open to the public after they're done with it. And it's going to be,
So that's going to be a restaurant up there, like with a 360 view?
Yep. That's what it was.
Oh, that's very cool. Because in Men in Black, like one of them turns out to be a spaceship and they use it to fly away. I'm sorry about the stupid reference. It seemed like a moron,
I guess I should put that on my list because I've never seen that either.
Oh, you should see it, because one of the aliens uses it. It turns out it's not just a monument; it's actually made secretly as a spaceship for the aliens. Because of course, the whole idea of Men in Black is that aliens live among us, and people just don't know. Yeah, look at that.
It's cool. This is now there's a map. I'll get to it. I don't know how far that I can get in here. And how far? Anyway, in Grand Theft Auto 4, if anybody has, it got me through the death of my dog, Dingo, when she died. I got a PlayStation 3 and Grand Theft Auto, and I just sat in my house and played it for, I don't know, weeks and weeks and weeks.
We never heard from you.
No, I know.
You disappeared from the world for a long time.
I did. I disappeared. I just went to work, came home. I probably just sat in front of that game, and it gives you a level of addiction when you close the game out. It would be like, and the last one was fucked. It'd be like mildly addicted, regular player, wired, crazy addicted, and the last one was fucked, and I was listed as fucked. So this, I'll switch it back now.
Get your mind off of stuff.
Yeah. I mean, instead of turning to drink, I turned to a game.
Well,
so this has been repainted. The top, you probably remember, you probably remember this being green and patinaed from decades of. Now all of these big tubes, these stanchions, are poured concrete, and they have all been redone, reinforced. And the bottom, this whole wiring system that you see in the center here of the New York State Pavilion, that was all stained glass, which has fallen over time. It was never removed. It all just fell. And on the bottom of it,
this is the problem with structures, modern structures. They don't have the resilience of ancient structures. They're not going to last. I mean, this shit won't be there in 4,000 years.
No.
In my Ireland videos, I showed Dun Angus and stuff like that. It's fucking 4,000 years old, and it's still standing. But modern stuff is never. It's not going to be there. It'll fade away.
No, it'll just. What is it? If you remember Planet of the Apes at the very end of the movie, they don't know. He doesn't know the whole time he's on Earth, and the only thing he sees left, and it's one of the greatest scenes in cinema, Statue of Liberty, and he goes, "God damn you!"
Angela Milichiello, thank you so much for the super chat, guys. Super chat for Dirk. He's walking around here in the middle of nowhere in Queens. He's not far from JFK. You can actually see a plane fly above there.
That's
Oh,
LaGuardia.
he's going down toward LaGuardia. Okay.
Yeah, LaGuardia is adjacent to it. Literally, they're probably only that's probably 350 feet, maybe, right here, because the airport's
Angelo,
right next door.
20 Canadian, thanks. In the early 50s, my mother picked
Thanks,
weeds
Angelo.
in the Holland Marsh for 50 cents an hour. Regular Canadians didn't want that job. Please don't mistake immigrants for ladry or lazy. Yeah, of course not. We don't.
Of course not.
We're lazy.
We're lazy. Let me tell you something. Out of how many people I've known when I was growing up who were looking to get jobs and careers, they were offered burger joints. You know how many people do we know that are laissez-faire, do nothing, sit around like assholes? But meanwhile, they could go get a job at the White Castle. They could.
But they don't.
But they don't.
No, America is built on immigrants, and that is a beautiful part of America. And as Blakely said, I am Blakely, who was guest on my channel. They said the food. They can have any food in their area because of that. Because it brings culture, it brings music, it brings food, it brings diversity. It's a beautiful thing. Anyway, this is beautiful, man. I love this building. Look at this. Amazing.
Yeah, it's so great. The New York State Pavilion. If you guys Google it, you can see what it looked like. And each 40 were, listen, it was a different era. They were made by U.S. Steel or DuPont or Johnson & Johnson. They were all big corporations, IBM. They, if you saw what was here, you can't believe that it's gone now, because these buildings were built out of plaster and paper mache. They were never built to last. They were built to be exhibitions, and that's it. Over here is a bunch of guys doing a whole bunch of cool stuff.
Oh, they're skateboarding.
Bikes. Actually, they're BMXing.
BMXing. Wow, very cool.
Oh, he's skateboarding in the back. Very
I'm
cool.
checking the sound. I made a quick change. Is that any better or not? You know what I'll do? I'll up my input. Let me see if that works any better now.
This little type.
Because
Nice
it's
little
quite
scooter.
late at night here, and I don't want to annoy my neighbors. Let me know if that's gotten any better. That's fun on the BMXs.
Yeah. I was never into the BMX thing. I had one for a short time, but I wanted. They've got nothing going on. It's all about jumping, and after a while, it gets terrible. So here is that. So you can see there's 3 towers on this thing. The lower one, and all the elevators were rebuilt and put back in place. So it's going to be a pretty cool place.
Oh, shit.
I just hope I live in Italy and I just come here to New York to visit it. Hey, let's go check out the new pavilion that opened.
Let me mute you for a second.
Yeah.
So, guys, there's some sort of sound issue happening. I'll mute my sound for a second and unmute it and see if it helps.
Hey, good looking, what you got cooking?
I don't know what's happening.
I mean, Bush, I hear you so loud and clear, and you're in Italy.
I hear you too, and you're there, but they're not hearing us as well. I don't know why.
Why do you think that is? Because we're on streamer.
You're not choppy.
Am I not choppy?
Oh, you're fine. You sound fine. Sorry, guys. I don't know what to do.
Can I get in there? Let's so go in there. Should I get arrested?
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
I mean, I've never been.
You've never been arrested?
Might be cool for the channel. No. Look at this.
Got one up on you there. Broke in.
You see how overgrown it is in there? When I was in there a couple of years ago, that was all cleared out. Wow. Can you see all the growth behind that black fence?
Yeah.
Now that is the floor of the New York State Pavilion, and that was an entire map built by Texaco for the World's Fair, and it had every single major road system. It was a road map, like a Rand McNally road map. And over time, the Earth took over and started taking back what we had gotten rid of. You know?
Hey, listen, if society, if man somehow came to its end, nature would take over all this shit pretty damn quick.
Of course.
Apparently, there's huge problems with audio.
Really?
I don't know why.
Let me see if I could see. Give me 1 second. I'm going to look at my audio and see if I can have
control your
anything.
settings from here.
No, I'm saying on the. I want to turn off that off. I want to see if that's any better to the rest of you. Does it sound better to you?
You sound exactly the same to me. I don't understand why
I
I'm
do.
hearing you well and they aren't. I don't know. Maybe it's because we're talking about immigrants. I don't know. Maybe the.
We weren't saying anything wrong, but we were just being.
I don't know what the fuck is.
Let me see. My connection is five bars, 5G
I'm
plus.
getting you fine, dude, and the screen is clear. Is it me? Is it my end? I hope not.
I mean, your show was pretty good.
Let me disconnect some other
I just
stuff.
I put you back on noise cancellation because I like the way that sounds. For me,
Sure.
it just sounds better.
Sure.
Dirk still chop. How's that now, Easy?
I don't know what's going on.
Easy. I just want to let everybody know that the August 3rd SS United States is close to being fully booked. Carolyn and her husband are definitely coming. Easy, if you're free that Saturday, that'll be your chance to meet the girl with the wrench. It'll be my very first time meeting her as well. She's going to get a full tour and lunch of the SS United States inside and out. I'm going to be there to film, do a walkabout, and yeah, it's going to be fun. If anybody wants to come, there's like a couple of positions left over, but for the most part, it's sold out.
I'm going to meet Carolyn Martin myself, actually. She's going to be in Italy.
I know.
Yeah, so it's going to
How
be
exciting.
nice. I'm going to turn myself up because apparently I'm very low.
You are very low.
I am? Okay. Let me fix
I mean,
that.
lower than I would expect. Is my audio low or is it good?
No, for me, you're fine, but maybe that's no
I can hear
indication.
the presence on that microphone. Your audio is so good to me that I can hear like the condenser part of that microphone. It sounds rich and radio warm to me.
Something going on. Some gremlins in the air. Fuck.
August 3rd. That's correct. August 3rd. I made the big show. I did last week. I did the Wednesday. I was going to do the Tuesday, but fuck that. I had Emmett O'Malley in the studio, and guess what? Sorry. I'm going to drink and sing with my mate.
Oh, they were great shows, man.
They were fun as fuck.
How's everything, guys? Can you guys hear? Dirk's sound is getting better.
Got to
Wow,
admit,
must be a
it's
streaming
getting
error
better.
problem.
Today I went in to fix the sound at, one of my side hustles. I haven't done it in a long time because apparently I do too good a job and they don't need to call me back. But apparently this place, Brandy's in the city where I fix their sound. It's just a cabaret, a couple of wireless mics, power amps, mixers, etc., monitors.
Right.
I went in there and turns out they have a short in the wall that's creating that hum. There's like a cycle hum going on. So that it was, I EQ'd the whole place and said, get an electrician. But on my way home, I was listening to fucking Revolver today. Why do records not sound as good as that album?
I don't know. Jeremali's still in the audience. You're up very late.
Hey,
man.
Jer.
I've noticed that Dirk speaks too close to his mic and it comes across muffled.
I am speaking into, I'll show
Nice.
you, Jer, what I'm doing. Hi, Jer. Hi, Jer. I'm using this. These. There's a microphone. Should I tilt it
it's
the
not
other
too-
way?
No, it's not too close. You're just, I don't know, maybe you're, it's fine. Hey, you look good, by the way. You eating food or not?
Yeah, I'm eating food. It's just all summer. So even if you eat food. Last night, because Paul's been at his mom's for a couple of days and I don't really cook for myself, I just made an egg white omelet with spinach and I fell asleep on the couch. Just egg whites and spinach, and it was delicious.
Wow. Two.
I'd like to do about like one cycle of Ozempic. It's like doing a cycle of Winstrol and Diana Ball. And yes, I know all about that.
Jesus.
My friend Ricky was addicted to that shit. My friend Ricky went from a big fat slob to like ripped and muscly in like 6 months because he was doing steroids.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Oh, this Mr. Softy. Can you hum the Mr. Softy song, Oisin?
No. What is it?
Come on.
Yeah, that's right.
What should I guess?
I couldn't remember it, but yes, I've heard it a million times.
Of course you have. Because no matter what happens in the middle of the summer, all you hear is Mr. Softy. But you know what? I don't like that. What do you call that? Soft serve ice cream? I don't like that stuff. I don't like that. I want a Diet Coke. Let me ask this lady the other day. Do you have Diet Coke? Only a regular. All right, thank you. You know why that is, right?
Why?
Because diet soda does not exist in the Latin culture.
Oh, so
They're not interested.
They don't
No,
want it.
it does not exist.
What's the fucking point?
They want Fanta.
They want sugar, baby.
They want Fanta or that Jarritos. Have you ever had that Mexican? It's delicious, but it's so sugary you would go into a diabetic shock. It comes in like lemon lime and orange. It's called Jarritos, and it is delicious. Oh, wait, does she have that? Oh, fuck it. I'll get one of those. I'll show it to the channel. If she has it, I'll guess she's got to have that. She's got to have that. Hold on.
Yeah,
Let me
now
put you
that
back.
tune
Because
is
nobody
in
wants to
my
look at me. I feel like there's a new step in getting my camera to switch from the front and the back. I swear to God, it feels like there's one more extra layer. I don't see it. Gatorade. I'm gonna ask her. She's gonna offer me coconut drink, and then I'm gonna like, "Do you want to take out an insurance policy on me?"
Daniel says, "Get a beer."
There's no beer here. Do you have Jarritos? Do you have the soda, the Jarritos? Only those? Oh, yeah. I tried, you guys. I tried. I wanted to turn you guys on to this. Listen, it's delicious. The lemon lime one is amazing. But I guarantee you, it's probably the same thing as going in the toilet and snorting an 8-ball. Because there's so much sugar in that stuff. Oh, I should have taken you to the fire thrower. Let's see. Which direction should I go? I'll go. And I don't like soft serve ice cream. Gives me a bit of a bellyache. Take you to the fire thrower. This is Paul's favorite sculpture in the park. And I believe it is my friend Steve's, too. Now, my friend Steve worked at this Long Island Railroad depot for 20-some-odd years. And he just switched over to the Long Island City one. That's why I hang out with him early mornings for coffee. This is nice. Really.
Daniel says it's in his head too. I know. I can't get it out of my head now.
It's really kind of like Pop Goes the Weasel, isn't it?
It is.
Up goes the weasel. It's kind of the same. Kind of the same. It's like we were saying the other night. Did you watch the Rick Beato thing about John Williams?
No. Did he do one? No.
He did a very short one the other day about who is the most recognizable composer in the history of music. He's like, Bach, Beethoven, the Beatles? No, it's John Williams.
Yeah, because
you can go
Jaws, Star Wars, Close Encounters, etc.
He left that out. Can you believe he
left out Close Encounters? It's the most recognizable thing on earth.
I know. I said, dude, Rick, really? 5 notes. 5 of the most memorable notes in the history of music, and you left that one out? But he's like, da, 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 you know. He did Jurassic Park. He did Harry Potter. which I've seen none of those films.
I don't give a shit about Harry Potter.
I don't give a shit about Harry
I
Potter.
brought an ex-girlfriend to see John Williams because I used to go to see him every year in the Avery Fisher Hall when it was the Avery Fisher Hall. It's now the David Geffen Hall. And he would do all that stuff, and she was fucking 23 and she had no culture whatsoever. So she didn't fucking recognize Schindler's List or anything. But then he played Harry Potter and doom doom ba-doom boom bim bim doom. And she was like, "Oh my god, he wrote that!" You know. And I was like, "Yeah, he kind of wrote the soundtrack to everyone's life." But no, I didn't.
Did you
give
get her
a
a
shit about
cab
that.
right then and there?
No, I fucking lived with her
Oh, okay, gotcha.
like a genius that I am with women. Fuck's sake. Anyway, but oh, look at that. That's amazing.
Yeah, this is Fire Thrower, and it's incredible. This is Paul's favorite sculpture.
E.T. Yeah, Easy E.T. Without that soundtrack, that film is actually kind of shit. Try
E.T. is
watching
kind
that
of
film
shit.
without E.T. is not an amazing film without that soundtrack. The soundtrack actually makes the film.
It's heartbreaking, though. Elliot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch it over so you get the full gist.
Oh yeah, that works, man. Look at that. The fire thrower? Never heard of that before.
Yeah.
Wow. I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah. I'll take everybody around the bend. Steve's in the room. Hardcore Shutterbug. Let me see. I'll read to see what you guys are saying. Okay, let's see. It's been a while. Roy the Tiger says cane sugar may not be healthy, but our bodies don't like high fructose corn. That's for sure. That's the death of America, man. Sure is. Sure is. What's everybody wearing and drinking? I am wearing the Moon Swatch with the missing tachometer. Because why not? Because I figured I'm going out alone. You know, everybody's mugging everybody. I'm not wearing Omega or Rolex. That's for sure. That's for sure. This is the beautiful fire thrower. Now I'll switch you to the landscape because it might be bigger and better. It's beautiful, beautiful sculpture. Yeah. Sorry about that, kids. Did I lose signal? Let me see what I got. Okay, I'm going to walk back to civilization because I am at the very tip of the park, and that's probably when you start to lose signal. So let me get over there. I'll move on up. Well, I'm moving on up to the east side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. I'm moving on up. Okay. Glenn Parker, let's see what he's saying. Can you lads remember a film called BMX Bandits? I sure do. Sure do. Time Bandits, sure. See, I like Time Bandits. That's Terry Gilliam, right? I so don't enjoy Monty Python, but I don't get it. How did she not get that thing about batting for another team? That's such an old adage. And he was like, that's not funny. It is, if you know it. Maybe it's out of fashion now because it's kind of insulting. Here we go, guys. Ready? Let me get this for you. Here you go. Ready? Can you see it?
What are we looking at?
Plane landing.
Oh, the plane.
You see it?
LaGuardia.
It's so funny. It's right over my head, but in the camera, it's so far away.
Yeah, that's the way it is, man. That's landing on 11L. I know the
There you go.
runway.
Carolyn Meriton. Oh, you're a sweet.
Carolyn, $20. Do you ever disappoint? Dirk, you never disappoint. $20. Yeah, we're in a beautiful place in Queens here, Carolyn.
She knows it well. She's a tennis fan. She knows it well.
Oh yeah.
She's a big Roger fan. Who doesn't? You know what? Can I say this? I tried to watch some of the Wimbledon. Without Roger, it's just so boring.
But what
It's
about
just-
Carlos? The guy's amazing. I saw the
He's-
clips of like his
he's
most amazing
amazing.
moments. The
He's
guy's a
amazing.
savant.
He's gonna take it from. He's got a couple of years. He's got 4 slams. 4. Novak
Yeah,
has 24.
Supernatural.
It's 4 a year. He's gonna win 3 or 4 out of 4 for the next couple of years. He's leaps and bounds better than everybody playing.
What age is he? Like 20? Can't hear you. You're gone. What age is Carlos? Oh, you're back.
He's 22 years old.
He's 22. Jesus.
He's a baby.
Yeah. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
22. I mean, like, is there anybody pimping Rolex in tennis right now? Who's the Rolex guy?
I don't know.
I don't think there is one. Carolyn? Who's wearing Rolex in tennis right now? Anybody?
Well,
And what is Alcaraz?
Carlos has his Daytona.
Yeah,
His
so he's going to be.
meteorite dial Daytona. He's going to be the guy. Alcaraz is already a Rolex ambassador, says Goberi. Look at that. There you go. Done deal. Figured so. And Carolyn says Carlos also. See, he slid right in perfectly.
There you go. Sorry about that.
No worries,
yeah.
man. So
must have walked past him.
Carlos is already an ambassador.
Oh, he is? Okay, well. Listen, while Roger lives, no one's going to take that chair. Not happening. Doesn't matter. He doesn't need to play the sport. All he has to do is show up.
That's right. Yeah, he's still a star.
In my secret dreams, I'm hoping he's secretly training and just comes back for 1 year just to get another couple of slams to take Novak off the table. Because I don't think Novak's going to win any more slams. I think that's it.
Oh yeah.
Because his body is shut down completely. Plus, I don't like him. Here we are. I'm going to walk away from the beautiful World's Fair. We start heading to the beautiful flower mall. I would love a beer right now, but I don't think there's beer in the park. I'm like going outside the park to go get a beverage. It would be like
No.
going to Tijuana.
No, don't do it.
It would just
It'll probably
not
be like $1 a beer, but it won't be worth it.
I don't think it would be $1 a beer. And then this is in Corona. What would I hear on the street? And you'll still hear it. Guyanese girls, Latin girls, Spanish girls. There's all poorhouses on Roosevelt Avenue. That still exists. Oh, look, I love when Indians get married. They have the most festive, beautiful, colorful. They're doing a photo shoot right now.
I love it.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah. Brides always wear red. It's fantastic. Oh, man, I wish you could see this. I wish this thing had a zoom. Does it have a telephoto lens on it?
You'll just have to change the lens.
Change the lens?
Yeah, like you did earlier when you changed.
Yeah, but I don't
from
think you
wide to-
can, though. Can I get a
You did
telephoto?
it. You did it earlier.
Oh, okay, I do. I have it now.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I had that.
What's that, Delta?
JetBlue.
Oh, JetBlue.
So it's, so it's good.
I don't mind JetBlue.
I've had two
Flown with
incredibly
those guys a lot.
shitty flights with them. So,
Really?
I don't know. I took one once to go visit Mary Ryan a million years ago up in Vermont, and it was the best flight. It was great. Everything was great. But we flew out to San Diego, We ran out of gas, and we had to stop. They didn't put enough gas on the plane. We had to
God, that's
stop in
crazy.
Las Vegas, and then on the way back, I'm on FlightAware, and it's a horrific storm in New York City, horrific, and we are 434 feet from the ocean. I'm watching it on FlightAware, and I could see the ocean out my window, pouring rain, and we're circling, circling, circling. I'm like, put this bitch down, because we're in trouble. We're in danger, girl. Look at this beautifulness.
What's going on?
It's wedding
Oh,
photographs.
it's the bride?
Or no.
Oh,
Oh,
give
no,
us
it's
a bit of
probably
zoom.
it's probably the how do you say that? Quinceañera is when they turn 15, right?
Oh, wow. Ah, look at her.
Quinceañera. It's a big thing. You know, like when they become a woman, it's kind of like a bat mitzvah, but for Spanish folks, Latin
Look
folks.
at the lens that woman has, my God.
Yeah, crazy, beautiful, right? She's pretty. She's pretty. She's
That's
a little
nice.
girl. I should keep my mouth shut.
Yeah,
She's
no.
beautiful. How about just she's beautiful? That's,
She looks
I'll keep-
wonderful. She looks wonderful.
she's-
That's all. Yeah.
She is a child, though, to be sure. Oh yeah, this woman's camera's crazy. Beautiful. There's the proud parents, and they're all dressed up and looking beautiful. So nice. That's a big deal. Here's the entrance, the main entrance to the U.S. Open, and this is the Arthur Ashe Tennis Stadium, named after the incredible tennis legend Arthur Ashe, who was one of the first prominent African American tennis greats, who unfortunately died from AIDS because of a botched blood transfusion. Because no one knew in the 80s that people were donating blood and they had AIDS. And it's incredible. Just goes to show you what they did not know about the AIDS virus back in the day. You could get it from a blood transfusion, and so many people did. Paul Michael Glazier, his wife, the famous Starsky from Starsky and Hutch, his wife, and he lost both of his children and she created the Elizabeth Glazier Foundation, and she saved a lot of lives. Beautiful,
And-
incredible. Here's another great sculpture.
Angelo Michele said Quinceañera.
Yeah,
So it's the
Quinceañera. I never know how to
it's
say
the
that.
15th birthday.
Yeah. And we have Sweet 16. They do 15.
I
Look at
see.
this beautiful thing. More beautiful sculptures in the park.
Nice evening there, man. Nice light.
Yeah. It was the most beautiful day of the year, hands down. You know what they don't have here? They don't have a plaque for any of these beautiful statues. You know,
How's that
absolutely
possible?
gorgeous. They don't. I don't have to ask Paul when I get home. Why? Why don't they have it? So this is the main entrance to the U.S. Open. The Arthur Ashe Tennis Stadium. Well, you can see what it says right up there. Oh, hold on a second. I'll zoom in. You ready? Where is it? Telephone. What does it say right there?
Okay, we can see it.
Rolex.
Rolex.
Rolex. The official timekeeper of the U.S. Open.
You know, Rolex never sponsored soccer ever. It was always like fancy shit like golf and speed racing and Monaco and
Yeah.
tennis. Because they didn't want to associate themselves with a common sport. And of course, soccer is that.
How do
I love
you
the way
feel
whack your
about...
phone. Boom, boom. Look, the whole thing shakes. Boom. Big heavy fingers.
So, I'm not a big fan of team sports in the Olympics. Basketball, baseball, soccer. I just think it's ridiculous. I think arm wrestling, pole vaulting, mano a mano sports are more in line with the Olympic Games. I think now they have breakdancing as an Olympic game, which I think is ludicrous.
That's ridiculous.
I mean, listen, some sports come in, some sports go out. It's just ridiculous. I was watching the list of stuff, and I was like, You know, I could be on like 5 different Olympic teams. I mean, it's bullshit. I can't be on breakdancing, obviously, but you know, other things. Like I said, you want to do you want an Olympic medal? We should train to be what do you call that thing with curling? That's with the sweeping the disc on the ice, right?
Right.
I mean, how hard is that? I've handled a broom.
A broom.
They have a broom.
Yeah, they flatten out the ice. Yeah, so there's no, or they don't, depending on how fast the thing is moving. Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Now here's the Armstrong Stadium, which they've reconfigured somewhat. And this, in my opinion, when you come to the U.S. Open, is the quintessential, because the Arthur Ashe Stadium is a very steep bowl, and it's not very comfortable. And if you got drunk in there, you could kill yourself. This is a great place to view tennis. But like, you know, so is Rolex now sponsoring? Are they now doing more everyman sports, or are they still just being elitist?
Elitist all the way.
Yeah,
It's
well,
tennis.
Rolex.
It's Grand Prix.
Oh, yeah,
It's horse riding. You know,
dressage.
yeah, polo and things like that. You know, fancy things. They won't do the common man sports.
Yeah. I mean, we were just talking about on Dirk weekdays, we were talking about, you know, the zoo and all these terrible places where animals are in such bad shape. And we were talking about dressage. And dressage is famous for taping, chaining, these terrible things they do to these beautiful horses to make them do that crazy shit. It's disgraceful. It's absolutely
I hate
disgraceful.
zoos, by the way. I don't know if
Oh,
I ever
man.
told you that.
No, but I knew you would.
I won't go into zoos. No. They put a polar bear in a fucking cage. Give me a break.
Yeah, look, we have a polar bear in a cage.
Yeah, brilliant. Saddest zoo I've ever seen, Dublin Zoo. Give me a break. I think it's been closed down.
Has this? It's in the Phoenix Park.
Yeah, it was in the Phoenix Park. Terrible, terrible. You should never take an animal that's used to traveling 60 miles a day and stick it in. I don't care how generous a space you think you're giving it. Fuck off.
Yeah, fuck off is right. You're not. There's a great Bugs Bunny episode years ago with Chilly Willy, the penguin, and he finds the penguin, and he's like, oh no, I have to get him to the Arctic. So he takes him, they get on trains, they get on boats, he finally gets the penguin to the Arctic, and the penguin's like, I don't know what you're talking about, I'm from New Jersey. Because he grew up in a zoo and he doesn't know his real habitat. My heart breaks every single time I see them letting lions and tigers and cheetahs out of a box into their own environment, and they have no clue what it is.
We're a terrible species. What can I say? It's for our entertainment to see these animals. It's not right.
Do you remember that Twilight Zone with Roddy McDowell? It's like him and this guy Markison's Big fucking Bang. I forget his name. He was on Star Trek too, and they get injured when their spacecraft crash lands on a planet, and they are rescued by this beautiful race of gorgeous people, and they're wearing togas and they're doing everything they can to help them out, and they put them in a place, and it looks just like an apartment or a house at home, and they're like, oh my god, this is so beautiful. Thank you so much. All the food they like, everything they like.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then they pull the curtain off, and
There's
they're in a
window.
zoo.
Yeah, they're in a zoo for children, and the children choose them as parents. Yeah, that was horrific. Twilight Zone was brilliant at doing that shit.
Oh man!
Apparently, there's some new animated movie that just came out that's really terrifying, where some astronauts crash land on some crazy planet in the future, you know, and they, you know, their spaceship is broken, so they have to just kind of get used to the habitat, and they get consumed by local creatures there in the weirdest, most horrific way. But it's there's nothing wrong. It's just that's how they're going to be eaten, you know. It's like crazy. What are we looking at?
practice courts at the U.S. Open.
Oh my god.
Look at this.
Oh my god, dude. That's cool. You any good at tennis?
No. I'm not.
I could be if I ever gave a shit. Because I have really long arms. My arms are too long for my body. So I'd have an amazing reach. But I have shitty kneecaps, so they'd probably pop out. I lost your audio. You muted. Let me unmute you.
That's all right. I did that when I put my camera through the fence.
That's okay.
Now I'm just walking the perimeter of the U.S. Open, and I'm going to go get up onto Roosevelt Avenue and walk a bit and see if I get raped or murdered. And because this beautiful
the audience
place
has gone a little small, so you'll be all right if you want to head back to the train, dude.
Yeah. What happened to everybody tonight on the big walkabout? Wasn't it big?
Well, we had audio issues.
Oh, like really serious ones?
My audience was quite thin as well. I think it was because of the Olympics. Or else they're just sick of me. They're probably just sick of me. That's fine.
Oh, that's sad. I'm sad now. Where
That's
are all the
okay.
Where have all the bashers gone?
Hey, you have your good friends in the
No, I
audience. It's okay.
have my core. My core is here. We are strong. We are strong. Heartache to heartache, we stand. Let me put this on me.
But it's okay. Like if you want to get home and cook dinner.
Paul's not home.
Oh, I see.
We're going out to Long Island tomorrow.
Long Island.
We're going out to Long Island to his father Julie's house for birthday weekend because we never got to do it because the whole world got fucked up. I mentioned last night on the show, and I've mentioned him to you a million times. Paul's the great guy that we called the mayor of Trieste. Paul's David's cousin's husband Walter died yesterday. So the guy that took us around Trieste and showed us everything, and he was the mayor and never let us pay for everything. He had a very brief illness and he died. And she didn't tell us until last night, but he's been dead for like 10 days.
Oh,
she just didn't tell us. I don't know why.
Well, sometimes,
So that's the whole reason why we ever went to Trieste, because Paul's dad's cousin lives there.
Yeah.
Hey guys, this is for Easy and for Dean. This is very nice. And we used to know the guy that planted all this stuff. Paul's friend was a landscape architect. Isn't this beautiful? Those coleus are absolutely on fire, man.
Wow.
Look at that. Those are beautiful. We used to know the guy, Paul's friend. He was very close to him. He was the guy that planted all the trees and flowers and everything in Flushing Meadow Park. Actually, just in the park. I should be
Travis
coming
Watts,
around.
$10 super sticker. Thank you, Travis.
Oh, thank you,
Legend.
baby. Thank you so much.
Apparently, we're having serious audio issues, so Daniel says.
Still?
Yeah, still, apparently. I don't know what the hell's going on. I've done everything I can.
Do you think it's everybody trying to watch YouTube and are they bogging the system down? Because I hear you so flawlessly, and how am I listening to you right now? You know what I mean? Why do I hear perfect audio out of you?
Yeah, I hear you perfectly. I don't understand. Maybe YouTube is going through some issues.
Yeah, it could be. Sorry, fellas and girls. Every time I go out on these wild journeys, I'm always hoping, and I mapped out the whole area for 5G, and it said I wouldn't run into one dead spot.
No, you're okay. I've been seeing... My sound is good now, Easy said, and JHB. I guess it goes... It's different for different people. That's not...
It's got to be YouTube.
Yeah.
I mean, you've done streams directly through YouTube. I never have. Obviously, I use the StreamYard. So, I mean, it just... You sound like you're in the car right next to me.
Dude, yeah, I can hear you perfectly, and I don't understand what the issue is. But what are we gonna do?
Yeah. Well, I'll just apologize. And thank you, guys. I guess, you know what? It's coming up on 2 hours. Once we hit that mark, if it doesn't get markedly better, I'll make my way home and
Yeah,
call it a
of course.
night.
Yeah, it was a nice
Sunday
tour,
night.
though. It was a nice tour.
Sunday night. Yeah. Sunday mass, guys. So, you know, Al Benedetti's going to be on the show. You know, Basher Supreme, Patreon. He's the guy that invited me to the Teddy Baldassar show. Or Baldassare, as we really like to say, but he doesn't pronounce it that way because he's American. So he went to the show. He invited me. I couldn't go because I had all that stuff with my in-laws. So he is going to be on the show live to talk about Teddy's Grand Seiko event, which he went to and sat with a master Japanese watchmaker from Grand Seiko and go through all the complications, all the beautiful watches. I mean, so much I don't know about Grand Seiko, so I'm very excited. And Al's a super duper great guy, super sweetheart of a fella. And he took all this, you know, just still shots. And if you guys are interested in Grand Seiko or want to learn about Grand Seiko, I know I do. It's a lot I don't know about that brand, and it's a beautiful, beautiful time. I didn't know that all the bracelets were titanium. I didn't know that. Who
No,
knew?
not all the bracelets from Grand Seiko are titanium. That's not true.
Okay, he was telling me that all the ones there were titanium, and they feel so flimsy because they're titanium, you know? So light. Because he says it's almost...
No, Grand Seiko gets shit because their watch heads are amazing, their movements are amazing, but the biggest criticism is the bracelets are lacking in comparison. Yes.
So how about just get it on a
not-
beautiful leather strap?
Sure. Listen, the bracelets aren't that bad, but for a high-level watch, it's somewhat lacking. That's what people say.
I think the word he used was they feel chintzy. I was like,
Chintzy.
oh, woo, that's bad.
There is some of that. It's not as bad as he's making it out to be, but it's...
No, he wasn't making it out to be bad. He was just like, considering the head of the watch is so impeccably done and it's such high standards, the bracelet feels like a little bit of an afterthought. Interesting.
Travis Watts says titanium case equals titanium bracelet. Here's an interesting thing. I was hanging out with Cars and Chrono in Florence yesterday, or the other night, and he has the Chronomaster Sport, the Vacheron, and they custom made him a bracelet in titanium. It doesn't come on a bracelet, and they made one for him.
Wow.
That's Cars. That's Cars and Chrono for you.
Wow,
It was amazing, though. The watch was super light. It's beautiful.
You wanna talk a little bit about your trip to Florence and how good it was?
It was great. We had a great night. We talked about pretty much everything under the sun. We eventually got on to the Beatles, and he's a Lennon boy, and I'm a McCartney boy, and we talked about it for hours. We had a lot of
I don't get those
drinks,
guys.
and we had some nice smokes, and I brought him to a few bars because he said he was interested in I'm gonna mute you because there's traffic. Okay. He said he was interested in going to the cooler little spots. You know, we could have gone to hotel bars with pools, but he wasn't as interested in that. He was like, bring me to like the interesting places. So I brought him to like this underground spot that you would pass and not even know there's anyone there. And you have to go in a dark door and ring a bell, and they come upstairs from downstairs, and they're like, what's your name? Do you have a reservation? They brought us down underground. These underground late night places. You need a password kind of places. Speakeasies or whatever. In Florence, amazing. Then we went to a cool late night place where there was a ton of students from the Fashion Institute, and we smoked a big fat stogie. We had a Davidoff 10th anniversary Nicaraguan, and this model comes over. She was like staring me down, man, and I was like, "Why are you looking at me?" And she was like, "You're very simpatico," which is like nice, you know, and whatever. She saw these two men smoking cigars, and she saw opportunity, whatever. So she came over and started chatting to us. She was 18 years old. She must have been 5'10". And she was like, "I want to be a model." Stuff. It was a good laugh. But myself and Cars, we talked about music, we talked about culture, we talked about the watch world, we talked about Barossa, of course. And it was fantastic. We had a great time. He's like a brother from another mother. But Florence, I have to say, suffocatingly hot. No breeze, no sea breeze coming in or anything. Or I got back to Venice, so I was like, oh, thank God. Because it was, you know, when you're standing next to a bus or a big truck and there's an exhaust and there's extreme heat coming at your legs and stuff. It was like that, but everywhere you walked. Like, you couldn't believe it. It was, when I got out of the train station, it was just after, it was like 1, 2 in the afternoon. I was like, this is not sustainable. I can't do this, you know. And then he was going from there down to Rome, and he texted me earlier, and he's like, I'm in Rome, and now I miss Florence for the temperature. It's even worse in Rome. I was like, dude, why don't you just go to Venice where you can sit with the lagoon breeze cooling you down? Oh, we could have had drinks. We could have had a good time in Venice. I don't know why people skip Venice. I don't know anyone coming to Italy. Why on earth would you skip Venice? It's the crown jewel of the country.
They're idiots.
They're not idiots. They didn't get the memo somehow, and they just, I don't know. First of all, it's one of the 8 wonders of the world, this fucking place. It's incredible that it exists, and it won't exist forever. It'll eventually disappear, probably. And also, it's like, oh my God. Like, nothing comes close to Venice.
A lot of people think that Venice is a trip to itself, which might be true.
Maybe
they should just do Venice. Because listen, a lot of people, when they go to Italy, they go, okay, we're going to go to Milan, Florence, and Rome. We're going to go to Rome, Venice, and, you know, they pick 3 cities to hit. 3 is too many, especially if you're gone for 10 days. I'm sorry, it's too many. You got to just pick a spot, pick 2 spots. And then once you've been there a couple of times, you just pick 1 spot.
No, he did that. I gave him that advice, and he did that. But he said, you know, the wifey was picking the spots, and that's usually what happens. You know, wifey commands.
Has he never been to Venice?
I don't think he's ever been to Venice.
Oh, I didn't mean him. I meant people. I thought for sure he would have been to Italy 50
I don't think he's ever
times.
been to Venice. But they went to Florence, and now they're in Rome. I was like, okay, you want to skip the place that's floating on water? That's a miracle that there are no cars anywhere to be seen. Like, you don't want to see that? Like, that's weird to me. It's like going to, like, the Midwest of America and not seeing the Grand Canyon or something. It's weird to me. I don't know. But I guess people don't get the menu. The memo. I've never seen it either. So maybe I'm guilty of the same thing.
I mean, to be fair, like I was in Vegas and I didn't see the Hoover Dam, and that's something to see.
I saw the Hoover Dam.
We use this Vegas a lot.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair.
Yeah, we crossed it a couple of times.
Oh, that's wild. I'd love to do that. There's so much to see in the United States. They just, you know, you've seen way more of the United States than I have. Way more. Mm-hmm. You can mute me.
He's in deep Queens. He's in deep Queens. You need a beer, but don't stop at any of the place. Oh, what's that? What are you looking at? Don't get robbed. What did he wear? He wore his moon swatch, so I guess it doesn't matter.
You got French girls, Guineas girls, and Salvadorian girls, Mexican girls. This is like, dude, there's so many houses of ill repute here. I'm like, you know what?
There,
what you said earlier about rows and rows and rows of fucking crap stores. Well, here you are, kiddo.
There it
Rows
is.
and rows and rows of absolute
Yeah, just
shite.
cell phone spots and places where booths where people can call home, like they can call South American stuff.
I'm gonna put you on the. I want to show you this bar.
You know what it reminds me of? I'm gonna mute you. There's a film, I have to remember the name of. Oh, this film, it was beautiful. It was actually a gorgeous film. Anybody who's seen it in the audience, remind me. They're in Colombia and they become drug mules, and she learns how to swallow the packs of cocaine, and she practices by swallowing whole grapes. That's how she practices. And then the day comes along and they go over to the guys and they're like a table full of shit and they have to swallow it all, and they get on the plane and her friend gets sick and stuff, and they fly into New York and they wind up in an area like this. And it was super powerful. In the end, she stays, and the other friend got sick, but she was okay in the end. And she flies home. She's like, "Why would you want to stay here?" And she's like, "Fuck, I want to stay here." I was in the cinema at the time. I was like, "Fuck that! Just stay in America, girl." You know, it was. I think it was called Maria Full of Grace. Maria
I haven't seen that. Hey, here's a bar that I want to turn you all on to. Let's all get a drink at Taro's Bar.
Taro's Bar, man, where
Doesn't
it all
that look
happens.
inviting? Oh my! I like how all the windows are draped. What does that tell you?
You know, this is great cultural immersion that we're seeing right now.
I'll tell you, it smells like great curry here, though.
Oh, they got curry. The
Now,
food is probably amazing.
It's all chicken. Chicken.
This could be anywhere in Queens. There's Seatown, my God.
I don't know if it could
lowest of
be
the
anywhere
low.
in Queens. Seatown is like ghetto supermarket.
Dude, the N goes over a lot of this shit in Astoria. Yes, Daniel.
Yeah, but Astoria is filled with gorgeous Greek cuisine and Croatian shit. This is just, listen, no one's going to ever, this neighborhood will never gentrify. It's incapable. Because, listen, and I don't mean this in any kind of derogatory way, some cultures don't mind squalor. They don't mind it. And it's just kind of how it is, how they tend to prefer chaotic houses upon houses and crammed everything. It's just...
Oh my God. Tomorrow there's going to be EDL Brits watching this going, yeah, you're fucking right, man. They don't integrate. They can't. They live in shit.
No, I don't mean it that way. Like, you know what? You have to call things out for what they actually are, too. These are not nice neighborhoods.
There's a barbershop.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
It's cool.
I love the neon sign version of the original barbershop sign. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then headphones and, game consoles. Oof.
I mean, like, show me the upscale Colombian neighborhood in New York City. You know what I mean? It just doesn't exist.
I know.
When they want to get out of that tax bracket, they move to the Upper West Side and move into the Dakota when they make the money. They don't stay here. This is the crash pad.
Well,
this is where they live.
Jay Balvin lived in my building down on 50 West Street.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Oh, they probably have great laundromats everywhere. I love the New York laundromats. Look at that laundromat. It's fucking great. I'd love one of those here. We have laundromats here. They're not as cool
everywhere.
as that.
They're not cool. Laundromats are the most depressing place in the universe.
I know, but like some of them are well equipped. Those ones are well equipped. Ours don't have that shit.
Well, okay, hold on.
You muted because the train was going overhead. That's the problem, the noise. I'll never forget being in Queens. They went earlier on. He passed 61st and Queen and Woodside. And we used to play gigs in these Irish bars there, and the noise inside the bar was horrific. And I'd step outside for some relief, and it was even worse because of the train going overhead. So I couldn't find anywhere that was peaceful. It was either noise inside the Irish bar or it was noise of the fucking trains going overhead and the planes landing in LaGuardia. It was a concrete jungle. You'd lose your mind.
Yeah, it's not good. I mean, this
is like French Connection, right? This is the end of French Connection with.
It's in the Bronx, though.
Oh, that's in the Bronx.
I just recently watched that because I've been on a real kind of crazy tear with
Hackman.
70s movies.
Yeah.
Gene Hackman, and I love what's his face, director Friedkin.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Freedom was
gritty.
amazing. But are you sure this is not the exact spot?
No.
I was in the Bronx.
It's in the Bronx.
Like over 125th Street? Is that where it was?
No, way up.
Oh, way
Like
up.
Pelham. Like
Oh, okay.
Pelham.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. This is, I mean, they all look the same. I mean,
They all
do.
look the same. Like that's French Connection right there.
It's the IND, that's why. It's the independent line. They all look the same. And there's very few of these left. You know?
Yeah. Man.
They've taken a bunch of them down. The one that goes to Astoria, listen, Astoria. Like right now, if I was in Astoria, I'd be sitting outside and there'd be a bubbly pool and there'd be some delicious ice cold beer in front of me. They don't even have outdoor dining in this neighborhood at all because they can't.
Rough, man.
Because it's rough. They can't have that here.
But if you want premium weed or cocaine,
Oh yeah.
you're
I don't know
hooked
about
up,
weed.
man.
Yeah, cocaine for sure.
Cocaine
Everything's
for
from
sure. Yeah. Or prostitute.
I mean, a guy just walked past me. You probably saw him on the camera. He was wearing the filthiest wife beater, and he walked out on the street with it. There you go.
This woman in front of you is carrying fruit or something, potatoes or something. Look at this shit. Jesus Christ.
It's beautiful.
This is actually kind of super fascinating, to be honest. Let me put you on bigger screen because the people don't need to see me. This is actually amazing, like outskirts of New York. This is more educational, actually. What is she carrying in that bag? She must be 4'9".
It's cocaine.
It's potatoes or fruit or something. She's carrying watermelons or something.
It's condoms filled with blow on the way to meet the mules to get them to Kennedy Airport.
Well, these guys have eagles outside their house, so they're...
Oh my God. Look, they got eagles there. I love statuary outside the house. That was probably put there, though, by the Italians.
Look at that one. Look at this one. Look at
this
that
one's got
one.
marble columns. Who lives there? The Pope?
Marble columns. Who lives
Marble
there?
columns.
The Pope.
So great. Oh, that's one of the best ones ever. And this is my sister Lexi. Lexi. It's killer.
Scarlett Johansson does the Manhattan or the Queen's accent so perfectly.
Oh, she nailed it.
She grew up
well,
in
she's a
Manhattan.
New Yorker. She's a New Yorker. She's just, she's got a new movie out with Channing Tatum, who I don't enjoy. I think he's, I don't think he's good looking or anything.
That movie, it's an Apple movie. It's the one, Fly Me to the Moon.
Yeah.
It's about faking the moon landing, but not because it was faked, but because they had to make another production. And it was an Apple movie. They spent $100 million making it, and they made $15 million at the box office. It's total flop. But they don't care. Oh, look, electronic. Look, all the AC units.
Oh, wow.
Oh, man. Look, there's a family in there with their baby getting
The
AC
owner
unit
was out
fixed.
there. I didn't want to dwell because it was too embarrassing.
Oh, my God. That was incredible, that shot.
How about this shot? Look at that.
What is this?
This is Felicia Salon.
Oh, it's nails. Nail salon. I'm going to get my nails done.
Makeup, bridal, sweet 16. Look at this. Oh, my
Are
God.
there any tarot places and like mind readers and palm readers? That was a big thing when I dated that, I won't say her name, but Queen's girl. Every week she'd be like, oh, so I went to see my psychic. She had a psychic. And she said, your boyfriend, he's gonna be a good guy at the weekend. You know, so she had all this shit that her psychic would tell her.
What does that mean? He's going to be a good guy at the weekend.
Yeah, like, because she was terrified I'd like meet some other girl at the gigs, you know.
Oh.
So she'd be like, well, my psychic said you're gonna be a good boy this week. Like everything was coming from her psychic. I was like,
oh no!
You know her. I'm not gonna say her name.
Yeah, I
know. Lovely girl.
No.
But she had her psychic that she would visit like several times a month. I was like, how much money are you giving this woman to tell you what you want to hear? Like, oh my god.
Look, wireless stores. They still have stores that sell cell phones.
Look at this.
I don't think that existed anymore.
Prepaid cell phones for drug dealers.
Yeah, that's what it is. Here's a place I could sit down. Do they have beer in there?
Oh, come on. You're going to sit down. This is actually my favorite part of this video. This is crazy. You're in the Wild West out here. This is crazy.
Okay, you know what? First of all, here's the thing that they do in America that they don't do in Europe. Here's a beautiful old palace theater. Like one of these big old giant amazing things. Now it's still here, but what is it now? It's a mall. That's a theater, giant theater. And they turned it into a mall. There's trucks everywhere. Let me walk through the fray here. Hold on, let me put on my best Queen's accent. Hold on. I'm gonna go to the park.
You clearly have it. You have it in your arsenal. When you want to pull it out, you can do it. Yeah, of course you can.
I grew up and my father would take a fork and smack me on the knuckles.
What food is that? What food's to the right?
Pan polo, salchipapa, carne asada, hamburguesas, poligustazo, papas con cuero, guaca,
I'd fucking
and
eat
pollo
any of
frito.
that shit right now. It's the middle of the night here in Venice.
I wouldn't eat any of it.
Tacos.
It's all
halal.
chicken. It's all chicken.
Everything's chicken.
Chicken. There's not enough chicken in the world for all the Latin people because all they eat is chicken. Chicken. There's a restaurant on my corner. I'm like, do you have anything on the menu that's not chicken? She goes, no.
Wow.
Sabor, what is that? Nobody sells beer. These guys love cerveza. See, this was a beautiful theater at one time, and now it's a Walgreens. I want to get a beer and sit down amongst the people. What is this? They're talking about Jesus. Wait, is somebody performing a miracle here? Is there a miracle here?
There's a miracle. Don't ask anybody anything, dude. Jesus Christ. Keep your head low. He's a preacher. He's a local preacher.
Fuck that. I just don't know why anybody would get that passionate about that shit. I really don't.
Jesus is here to save you, Dirk.
That would be great, but I don't think you need to stand in the middle of like shithole Corona in a prayer circle and scream about it. It seems like what's in it for him?
I've never been in Corona in my life.
Oh, you have?
And I've been to a lot of fucking rough areas in New York, but never to Corona. Mimi is asking, is the Queen's Plaza? We're a long way from Queen's Plaza here.
No, I'm in Corona, darling. Yes. This is like crazy.
What is that? Oh my god, what the fuck?
Tamarinda. The corn looks crazy though. Looks amazing. I don't think they like the gringo man filming them.
Probably not, no.
There's Jaritos. Let me get a Jarito. I want a beer.
Meanwhile, I'd be trying every single food at all of these stands. I'd be like, give me one of those, give me one of those. every couple of minutes a train goes by and nobody can hear themselves think.
They don't hear that. Tamarind soda. They like tamarind flavored drink.
Daniel says, get yourself a brewski.
I would if there was one. I don't see them. Plus, I really don't want 450 calories in a glass of soda, bottle of soda, because that's what that is. For sure, it's 1,000,000 grams of sugar.
Look at this sprawl.
Guys, if anybody wants to use my
No, Glenn Parker, it is not a tourist area. This is a long way from a tourist area. There's a white couple. What the hell did they do in there? They just passed you on the right.
They're looking for hookers. Look at these kids with their puppies.
Oh, Jesus. Everybody's standing around.
On the streets, yeah. Ooh, I just got a whiff of delicious tacos. That smells good. I think tacos are the most overrated food in the whole wide world. I don't get it. I don't like those floppy, soft, flaccid corn tortillas. I don't like that.
I love that shit.
Blech. I like them when they're crunchy, crispy, but not like that flaccid one. God, that's just like something wet
The
dick.
soft ones are nice. That's what it is. It reminds you of that.
It reminds me of that.
God.
Hey-o-matic. You know what? Listen.
Payomatic. I haven't seen one of those and stuff. It's got a Western Union connected to it.
Yeah,
Oh,
always.
Jesus.
Well,
Oh, man.
not to judge, because,
I know.
I'm technically unemployed. But, when you don't have a bank account or any of that stuff, you have to use that. And listen, I have used that shit in the past.
You're not unemployed. You have your own business.
I have my own business.
You're on 102nd Street.
There's a lot of barbershops up here.
Yeah, all the boys want their beards trimmed to perfection.
And their fades. Oh, that guy went too fast. Wow. That was really... I have it on camera. I have it on film, okay? So don't fuck with me. Don't try to steal my Rolex.
Jesus Christ, shut up, dude.
I hope nobody tries to steal my Rolex.
Oh, God, don't say that word. There's absolutely no one. You know how many fake Rolex people are wearing in that area? It's like
First of all, I bet you I could buy a couple of fake Rolex right now. Should I try to find a jewelry place that sells fake Rolex? I'd be like, you know what I'm looking for? Do you guys have do you have a no date sub? I'm looking for a no date sub.
No,
I'd like a blue.
You can get a milli and compare it to your real one. And
I had a fake milli and it was it was pretty bad.
I saw it. It was horrific.
It's horrific. It looked like... Have you ever seen those videos where, I don't know, it's like Cambodia, and some guy's like foraging around the side of the road, and he finds a Rolex in the dirt, and he takes it home, and he cleans it, and it's no Rolex model that's ever been made, on a bracelet that was never manufactured by Rolex, and it's a tourbillon.
Classic.
Yeah. And they're like, $1 million Rolex found in a trash heap. I'm like, nah. Not at all. How about some stretch jeans? How about some sexy jeans? Oh, I like these dresses. They're very cute. Ladies, if you need me to take
they
take
want to
some
look
orders.
good for the weekend because it's going to be those nightclubs playing bachata on a Friday night.
How about that? That's a look, huh? Oh.
Man.
It's a look. What do they call those essence? Cuchifrito.
Cuchifrito.
I'll tell you though, you walk past some, clock-stopping Latinas here. Girls that
Every time the train goes by, they come over.
Excuse me, when you This is the hospital, I think. I smell Roy. I was up here a couple of times, with one of his things.
It's a big hospital there.
It's a giant hospital up here. Oh, you want to hear something funny? Today was when I was looking for something in my house. You know what I found?
What's that?
I found the piece of my Osmo that was missing.
Oh, good.
And it was hiding in plain sight. I bought another one, so now I have two. But
That's typical for you.
yeah, it's typical for me. It's a school. Typical. This actually feels like it got a little bit nicer. Like
It did.
the
It
second,
just got. You went through the thick of it there for a minute. It was
yeah,
wild, dude. Fuck's
that
sake.
was like going through Tijuana looking for a Rolex and a hooker. That
Good
was
God.
you're not gonna, and you know what? That Rolex is gonna be fake, and that girl's gonna be fake too.
Right.
You're gonna get a Rolex and a Ladyboy for 15 pesos. So what we got here.
Dude, you got nothing. You should get on a train soon.
I'm gonna get on the next stop and
Yeah, next
and
stop.
get out
Next
of
stop. I can
Dodge.
see it from here. Yeah, get on that.
You guys see it.
Shit, dude.
I'll get on the
Fuck.
train and took
Back to
everybody.
civilization.
Yeah,
Sake.
I
You
wanted to get a
you
beer. I
complain
could
about
put
Long
that.
Island City, but Jesus. No, but it has been educational, let's say.
Listen, this has always been here like this my whole life. I'll never forget when my friend Herbie Trevino, great musician, said, "Hey, let's take a ride," and he took me to this part of Jackson Heights. And we get on there, and he takes me upstairs, and we're in a room that smelled like a can of fucking Starkist. It just was like it was the worst. It was like Bumblebee Tuna Factory. We went in there, and like I said, "Where are we?" And he goes, "Just pick one, anyone, my tree." And I ran like the fucking devil.
Jesus Christ.
Horrifying. Oh, look at this. Places for cowboy boots. Look at that. Zapateria El Paisa.
Oh,
Look how cool is this store? For what do you call those guys? The Tejano guys? They
I don't
do like
know.
all the they do like the
Easy
remember
E
that
10
remember
bucks for Dirkham's right risking his life.
hey, you live in New York, you could come join me. This is probably where you could get like a Huawei phone. They're illegal in the US. I bet you could get one here.
Are they illegal? A lot of
They're
people buy
completely
them
banned.
here. Wow,
They're
that's
banned.
crazy. Look at
Because
all
if
the air conditioning units and the rugs and the. Oh my God, that's fuck. All
on the
dumped out
street.
on the street. Look. Oh, fuck. There's an ambulance as well. Look, somebody had a heart attack.
From
Oh
too much
my
fucking grease.
God. This is what Grand Theft Auto 5 is based on, you know?
No, that's LA though. This
Oh,
is
that's
Grand Theft
LA.
Auto 4.
4.
They have this shit too. I mean, people don't know about this. There's a barbershop on every street. I'm not kidding you. My barber is. I love my barber, David. He's from Colombia. But we talk about this. I said, "How come you never thought about opening one in Jackson Heights?" He goes, "Are you kidding me?" He goes, "Are you kidding me?" He would never do it. It's crazy.
Tomorrow I'm going to take a stroll in the Piazza San Marco. I'll feel like I live literally in heaven.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's the Heaven and Hell tour.
It's the heaven and hell tour. This is great.
I took you to hell, and now it's sent to heaven. Uh-oh, what's going on here tonight? Girls.
Jesus Christ. Oh
Look
my
at the bakery.
God.
This bakery looks good. They like very sweet cakes. I bet you these tacos are banging though.
Of
Taco
course.
velos.
The food is going to be amazing for sure. I'd kill for one of those tacos right now. Kill.
Would you? You can't get a taco.
You
in
should
Venice?
go up and take the train, dude. Take the train.
I'm going
Get
to.
out,
I'm just looking really
get out
quick,
of there.
just to see, because I'm on Junction Boulevard. If there is one spot where I could down a beer real quick, for the gang. Because
You go in a taco place and just order a beer and swallow it.
Like inside with fluorescent lights and all that.
Oh God!
Just think.
So glad
That's
you
not
didn't
bad,
wear
the
your
pizzas,
Rolex today.
That was not even a consideration. No.
Jesus Christ.
Beer, lotto, vape. Okay, I don't want. There's no place to get beer outside here. Hold on, I'll just walk down this block. I'll give it the old college try. Which I never knew what that meant. But people say it. See, I guess nobody has any outdoor seating because you'd get robbed.
Or it's just not a thing they think about. You know, they're just like,
But they're standing out on the street.
Pick up the food and just walk with it or whatever. It's maybe not a thing that they're concerned about.
I hate those kind of lights. It's like, you know what I hate? I hate when you see a restaurant and they have pictures of the food outside. Ugh.
Well, that's everywhere. I mean, even American diners, they have the pictures of the food so you can point at the
But no, not on the menu. I'm talking about outside on the sign.
Ugh, it's terrible.
It's terrible.
Some of the places here in Italy are like the food on display on plates. It's like, no, don't eat there. At least you're away from the train now, so we can actually hear you because we couldn't hear you before. The train was just like obliterating the audio. You're on 40th Avenue? Fuck. Oh my God, look at this spot. Jesus Christ.
My God.
Forgotten by the world part of New York, man. It's just a sprawl that continues forever.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, that shot right there could be anywhere in Astoria, anywhere in Queens at all.
Except for
much of Brooklyn. You know, the Jay-Z runs across Brooklyn or parts of Atlantic Avenue. Looks just like that.
They have very weird sweets.
Right.
I'd kill one of those jarritos right now. I'm so thirsty. But there's literally nowhere to stop.
You're not going to find what you want. You're not going to find what you want. Just grab a Coke somewhere or something. Just.
They don't even have Diet Coke here. I'll drink a Coke. I can't justify 300 pounds. What's happened to me?
Hey, it's a deli. Or it's a liquor store.
Yeah, I know, but...
Hey, at least you can walk into the liquor store. A lot of the places I was near in Brooklyn sometimes were just like, they had this security thing and you hand your money and they turn a turnstile and put your booze in it. Down in, not far from Prospect Park.
What's going on here? Is there a problem?
It's fucking rough.
It's a fucking zoo.
Oh, man. The cops there?
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck is going on?
What happened? Anything bad?
Dude, take the express if you can. The express stops there. Take that.
Oh, is that criminale? Oh. Okay. Okay. Wow.
Someone got shot. Something happened. Someone got stabbed.
He's a bandito. Gracias. A bandito. Some, kid, I think he robbed somebody.
Can you blame him? If I lived there, I'd be robbing people every day.
Would you? I don't think you would.
Of course, I'd wind up in completely. I'd wind up
Yeah, this-
being sucked in by the culture.
I wish I had filmed that 3 people were standing, swiped the card so all 3 of them could get in on one turn.
Oh, they did? That's cool.
Yeah.
Hey,
What do you
why
think?
not?
This Gucci bag. You think we should get this Gucci bag?
Yeah, that's a real Gucci bag for sure. Take the express, man, if it comes.
I mean,
Express will stop at your stop, right?
oh, everyone stops at mine.
Right.
And tonight, let's see.
Look at that
Express
beautiful
logo.
night.
It is a beautiful night. Please. No escalators. This.
Jesus, I don't miss New York right now at all. Sorry to say.
Guys, I'm going to get on this train, and it's going to be quick, and then I'll get off in my neighborhood and have a beer with you before I say sayonara, because I promised I would. But I'm going to do it in a place where I know it's
Is
going
that
to be
going
nice.
the right way?
Yeah, it's going the right way.
Okay.
Yeah, and you scared the shit out of
It's
me.
a
for
local,
second.
dude. It's local.
I don't think there is an express.
All right.
Flushing bound trains. I don't think there is one. But it's not that bad. I came local this way.
You can
my
switch.
God.
You can switch to express at 61st or something.
This is an express stop. So obviously they just don't have express right now.
Right.
And that's okay. I'm switching cameras so I can say hi. It's so hot. Look at my head is all wet. I have Fred Flintstone hair.
You look
Holy
fine.
crap.
You look fine.
You guys want to see what the subway looks like? Unhinged.
Everybody on their phone.
Everybody's on their phone. These boys are on their phones. I look like I just got wrung out. Wow.
It's all right, man.
What do the kids have to say in the room? Who's in the room? Let me put on my glasses. Hiteshi says, "What are you doing, Dirk? You're late to the party, Hiteshi." I went to a Colombian whorehouse. I bought a kilo of cocaine. I met up with some drug mules. We decided on who's going to take tomorrow's flight. Day 1, I'm going home. Now I'm on the local train. I'm on the train to Bangkok. Yeah. Hiteshi. Oh, this is way back when. Oh, I'm so far behind the chats because I haven't been here. It's so funny. Oh, look who's here. Michaela Chachatian. Hey, Michaela. I just went through Crackville. JBB says, none of Dirk's subscribers are on that train. No, they're not. Like, perfect example is that woman I just spoke to, and I'm going to sound like a Republican asshole here for a second. She spoke 0 English. 0.
Yeah, that's New York, baby.
So New York. I feel a lot better. You're on the train now. Oh, memes. Thanks, honey. I mean, you know me. I'm a man in the streets and a fed in the sheets. I'm good. I'm a scrappy little Irish fucker. Yeah. First of all, like, all they have to do is say something to me and I'll be like, puppy cat, what? What? I'm not intimidated by those guys at all. I don't give a shit. That kind of stuff doesn't scare me. You know what I got? I got a camera. I have the truth.
You got
Robbery.
people watching, witnesses.
Robbery is looked down upon in Latin culture more than in American culture. Yeah, it's considered extremely uncool for them to do that. But, you know, like in all cultures, everybody does, you know, people don't intentionally do it. Circumstances lead to it. You know, I don't believe anybody wants to be a murderer unless you're crazy or a burglar or a robber.
I
Circumstance leads you to it. Desperate people do desperate things.
Environment.
Yeah, your environment. People aren't born bad. It's like, you know, saying that kitten, that's a bad kitten. You know what I mean? They're babies. They want to play, they want to hug, they want to kiss, they want to do all those things, and then somebody leaves them in the junkyard too long, or beats them, or does God knows whatever to them, and they wind up being terrible. They're probably environment. Nobody's born bad. That's crazy. Yeah. There's good in every culture of the world. Even like born again Christians, Mormons, we've all learned how full of shit they are. And the more you preach, Shakespeare said it best: "Thou doth protest too much."
Beautiful.
Is Dirk in Central or
Central America? He was. He was in a very strange area. It was very cool though. It was very interesting. Jesus Christ.
It's always nice to see. I mean, I hope I never go back there again, and I only did it because I didn't want to get right on the train and come back to civilization. I just wanted to go grab a beer in that part of town.
No, dude, it was good. It was good. It was great to see. Listen, these are different parts of the world. People have to see that shit. These are the outskirts of New York. This is the sprawl of New York. It's important. And a lot of those people make the long train journey in the morning into Manhattan to fold towels and clean toilets and do other things. And some of them are very educated but just can't afford to live closer to Manhattan. That's it.
You know how many people come here with degrees in medicine, and it doesn't translate here. They have to go through all. Sometimes
you know who I used to see on the A train all the time going up to Washington Heights every couple of days? Michio Kaku, one of the greatest physicists of all time, astrophysicist. He was on my A train. I saw him so many times. Going up to, I never plucked up the courage, unfortunately. But he must have lived on 181st Street, and I was on 175th for a while.
I don't know. Like, were we in a fight? Because I have no knowledge of your existence in Washington Heights, other than you said, "I'm going home to Washington Heights." No one ever went up there. No one ever visited you up there.
No. I had an interesting time up there. That was a very curious part of my existence up there. With all the Dominicans. Lots of Dominicans.
Lots of dominoes, right?
Yeah.
They play dominoes at night? That's it.
It was a curious spot.
I bet it was.
I was 2 years up there. We must have been in a fight. We
were never in a fight.
No, we were never really in a fight.
No. So I was just like, I think you would come to us.
That's
like no one would go to you.
I would just come down there. Yeah. Who the fuck wants to go up there anyway? Washington Heights? Jesus. No.
People who like that DR action, baby.
The food was good.
It was.
The next stop is
I brought a lot of girls up there.
You didn't get a lot of girls up there?
I brought a lot of girls up there.
Oh, you did. Great vicarious trip. Time flies. Yeah, well, hey, I want you to see all walks of life. Time flies. See, I'm almost back on civilization. I'm so close.
What stop are you at?
I'm 52nd and Lincoln.
Oh shit! Already?
Yeah. I mean, Subway's fast, man. Subway's the best way to get around. That's why you see Michikaku and you see Sarah Jessica Parker and all these famous people still ride the trains every day. And they do.
If you want to see the most famous people in Manhattan, on the C train. Always the C.
Because that's Central Park West.
Central Park West. Yeah, Roger Waters is always on the C. Keanu Reeves.
That's a very strange thing.
Wow.
Like blasting your phone, just blasting what you're listening to without any kind of headphones, just blasting it.
They don't care. It's
They
like the
don't care.
lads at the cinema. If you go to the cinema in Queens, the lads are just chatting to their girlfriends on FaceTime in the middle
Oh,
of the
you
cinema.
did.
Hey, baby, I'm gonna rub your feet. When I see you later, I'm gonna give you a nice rub on your feet. I'm gonna rub your back,
Champagne.
baby.
Champagne,
You say anything to them,
strawberries.
like fuck you.
I'll get you some champagne, please. I'll enjoy your bath. That's like Paul's like a black guy in the cinema because he never shuts the fuck up when we're watching a movie. And I'm like, thank God they have rewind here at home. Don't have that elsewhere. Because he just talks. He goes, oh yeah, I was talking to, blah, blah, blah. Like, okay. And that guy just got murdered. He just missed that. Roar the Tiger.
Cougans? No, I don't spend any time with Cougans now.
You know what I'm going to do? Get off.
Why?
You know where I'm getting off? Getting off at
Where are you?
Sunnyside.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Seriously?
Yeah,
You 46 on Bliss?
I am.
No way. Well, what bar is there? Maggie Mays?
It's got to be something.
Fucking Maggie Mays. I bet you Maggie Mays is still open.
Better be if it's not. Fair enough for me. I'll take you guys.
Taylor's is gone.
Well, that's
Years
long
ago.
gone. It's a spice store, by the
Bloom's burned down. Do you remember Bloom's burned down?
way. Bloom's was gorgeous.
That was one of the most gorgeous bars.
That was Irish
You think it
Lightning.
was an insurance job?
Oh yeah, they did it. Yeah. That place was gorgeous. All those, it was great. And you know what it took with them? The chipper.
Easy E says Dirk's had enough. He's gone rogue. Oh man, how many times have I been in that fucking station? You know, I would never. You know, the lads would always take. By the way, here's a thing you should do: go down underneath the Queen's Boulevard and
Go
the
sing Tom
echo.
Jones.
The echo for the people.
Okay,
They need to hear that echo because that's extraordinary.
here we go.
But you know, the lads used to always take the train going to the show, and I never took the train. I would always take cabs, like I was a rock star in a limousine.
Because you're so elite.
I'm such a cunt. Yeah. But the lads, okay, you need to go under where it's.
First of all,
not there.
they need context.
Okay, so
I don't have light. They need to see what this is. Very famous. They've seen it in 1,000 movies. You know.
okay, but you need to go under where the arches are.
I'm going. I know.
Yeah.
Well,
No, you're going the
Well,
wrong
I-
way. You're going the
no, I
wrong
want to
way.
give them. I'm giving them context.
Oh, I see. Sorry.
You know what I mean?
Oh, I get
Okay,
it.
so
It was
that
unnecessary.
is Taylor's Hall.
I know, but I'm not talking about Taylor's Hall. I'm talking
No,
about under the
this
arches.
is guys. This is the train station, and these are the famous Sunnyside Arches. You've seen them in 800 million films, right? Now I'm going to take you in there, and
Be careful.
I'll give
Be
you.
careful
I'll give you a little bit of a ditty. I'm a
More
New
people
Yorker. I'm
get
crossing
killed.
the street.
More people get killed on that street than anywhere else in America. By the way,
It's the Boulevard of Death.
Boulevard of Death. Exactly. So go under the arches and let's hear that echo. It's crazy, and you can sing some Queen or something. Go under the next one, not this one, but the next one.
The next one.
The next one, you want to be in the middle.
Oh. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay. Ready? Hold on.
I'll fix your mic settings so it works. Oh, it's already fixed.
Okay. I've been in love so many times, thought I knew the score, but when you left me so wrong, I can't wait anymore, and it looks like I'm never gonna fall in love again. Fall in got a big it's like a dotted eighth note. Oh, now it's funny. The second you get outside of that,
Yeah, it only
it
happens in the
disappears.
center of the arch.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's really good. That's crazy good. Wow. It's like a total slap delay right here. Fall in love. It's nuts. Where am I going? I'm going. Here's T-Mobile. I'm going to take you guys to. I'm going to go find a beer. Beer here. Beer here.
None of the places have outdoor.
Yeah, they have to. This is not Jackson Heights, okay?
Unless you walk down into Sunnyside. If you walk down
No,
the
okay, look at this.
streets.
That is Taylor's Hall, right? Oh my God, Marisol, please, right? I want to get a drink. I want to get some ice-cream, right? Oh my God, don't make me go to Manhattan. Don't go to Manhattan. Manhattan is crazy. It's too far. I get a cemetery. That is Taylor's Hall. Hold on.
Oh man, you're gonna break my heart, man. So many
Dun,
memories.
dun. That is Taylor's Hall.
It's now a mart. It's like some fucking deli or something.
It is a coffee, Mediterranean, organic food market
Okay,
place.
okay. Here's an admit. Oh, he's gone. Did he lose? He knocked himself off. He'll come back on. Oh man, this is too much for me. Some memories. We played there every Saturday night for fucking 1,000 years. Even when we went on tour with big bands, we'd come back to New York, and it'd be Saturday night. We're like booked into Taylor's Hall. There'd be a line down the street. The place only accommodated like 150 in the room, but it was just you literally couldn't move from the stage to the bar. It was madness. Fuck. So many memories. Easy Dirk, the next Pavarotti. Yeah, he's a tenor. He's a tenor singer. Dirk. Dirk set off car alarms. Travis, you're right. It's crazy. All of a sudden, I don't miss New York at all. I think when I think of New York, I think of I don't know, Bryant Park or Battery Park or the Upper West Side or something. I don't know. But that's actually there is where I spent a lot of my time. There's a lot of Irish bars around there, and we were a struggling band for years, and we had to pay the rent, so we just went from Irish bar to Irish bar, like playing U2 covers and stuff just to pay the rent. In the dead of winter, it was brutal. Fucking snow everywhere and shit. It was messy. And I never went to bed before 5 a.m. for like 20 fucking years. Crazy. It's a miracle I'm still alive. Fucking wild. Did his battery die? Probably did. Poor lad. I think he's coming back on. He's trying to fix all his shit. Hey man, we can't hear you. He's coming back. There we go. Hey man. I plugged it in.
How about now?
Yeah, it's good. We got you.
Yeah, you know what I did? I checked all my batteries all night long. For the last 15 minutes, I didn't check my battery. My phone
No worries.
shut off.
No worries, man. It's all good.
Yeah. But this battery, holy shit, it's like so far, it's like already, what did it say? I was so busy looking at the, it says 1%, so that's not so good. Well, guys,
You might want to charge it for a bit. It's okay. Dude, are you at the corner? You're at the corner where fucking Taylor's was.
Dude, I'm sitting on the floor on the sidewalk.
Okay, let me tell you where I brought girls, right? I brought them around that corner behind you. Down.
Wow.
down
Like
there
down the
where those people
alleyway?
are. Yeah, down there where those people are walking.
Your
I'd
mother
bring the-
might be watching this.
I know, but I wouldn't do. It wouldn't be a whole lot happening. That's where we. Then
Stop while you're ahead.
We get in a cab. That's like a very intimate spot for me. Because you bring them out, you like meet the girls, and then you bring them out and you bring them around the corner away from everyone, you know? And then they get a good look at you.
Let me get a look at you.
Let me get a look at you.
Oh no!
No. Not
Oh.
you.
Chase, I thought you were Sean. What the fuck? Oh, you technically were. Isn't Sean your fucking alias?
Sometimes.
Okay. So this used to be Taylor's Hall. Ladies and gentlemen, I stood outside here, 800, maybe had 800 cigarettes out here with Colin Smith and with Emmett when he smoked and all that shit back in the day when we were dum-dums in the early 2000s, 2001. And this is where we hung out.
For years, it went on till, I think the last show we played there was 2011, 2010.
Was it when it was the Diving Bell?
2010, Diving Bell, yeah. We're old men now talking about old times, but I don't give
You
a
know,
shit.
I remember back when I had my teeth and combined into some savories. It was so good. Now I'm going to go in here and get my soup. I mean, that's what it feels like sometimes. Feels like, and
Just
it
falling
feels
out of there
like-
at 4 a.m. with a couple of girls, you know, and just pushing them into a cab and just, oh man, it was wild.
pushing
This
me
is
into a
wild. Just, yeah,
He
whatever.
pushed me into a cab. Officer, he pushed me into a cab. He said, he called
they
me
were
something called
delighted.
a skank.
They were delighted,
delighted.
don't worry. Delighted at the prospect. Most of the times I was way too drunk to fucking do anything. 5 in the
I
morning.
don't
4 in the
know
morning.
why alcohol makes anyone horny. It makes me want to go to sleep. I'm like, all right, I'm done now. Here's McGinnis's. Can we sit outside and have a beer? We can.
Oh, you can?
Yeah. McGinnis's is where I'm going. This is like, my camera's acting stupid because it's plugged in, only because I'll fix it.
Don't worry, it's okay.
No, it's not holding. It's not holding its boner.
Oh, that's the that's the gimbal?
Yeah, the gimbal. I'll fix it. Hold on.
Good God.
Good God.
Meanwhile, when I get back to New York, I have to go to exactly there because I gotta go to a storage unit.
Is there anything you actually want in there?
Yeah, there's a lot of shit.
You've been away from stuff for so long.
There's
You
so
know,
many
like I just.
instruments in there.
Oh, there's instruments.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of your instruments.
I've been paying.
I've-
I may as well just, I've been paying it for years, so I may as well fucking. God
I mean, you
knows
have
what's-
other. That's crazy. I didn't realize you had all those other instruments. Okay. Let me plug you in. How you looking? 1%. Why does it say 1%? Why
Because
isn't it
what
charged?
you're doing is draining the battery a lot, so your charger is fighting it. If you turn off all of this stuff, then the charger will actually get an advantage. But unfortunately, you're draining it.
I'm wondering, do you think this one would be better? Here.
Easy,
have another
you will have serious culture shock. No, I won't. The second I get back to New York, I'll feel at home. 20 years, man. Never goes out of your system.
I'm gonna get a beer, you guys. Okay. Hey, folks.
Go on.
What's that? Yeah, going live. No, on YouTube.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Is it a stream, IRL stream?
What's that?
Like a streamer?
StreamYard.
Oh, stream.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Dirk.
Dirk.
How are you?
Nice to meet you, John.
I'm on with the Sheen. He used to play over at Taylor's Hall with Mr. North. You remember them?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He lives in Italy now. He lives in Venice. He's very fancy. So, yeah. Just go in and get... There's nobody coming out, right? Yeah. You guys can still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Oh, it's gorgeous in here. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It's gorgeous.
It's full of Irish lasses. I can hear them.
I didn't take the camera.
It's okay, man.
No, no. Yeah, Bob, in the long neck, Bob. Can I? Yeah, Bob. Thanks.
We can hear all the Irish lasses chatting.
You're talking. You can hear the cacklery, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Gallery.
Oh, the cackling. Oh, it's gorgeous cabin there. Oh, hello, hello. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Ice cold bud, because that's what I wanted. That is what I wanted.
All I could hear was Irish lasses at the bar going, and Jesus and your man. And
Oh, and your man was there, Liam. Can you believe it? Oh, and his sister, only gorgeous. Really. I met her at Londis last week. Oh, does she know? Does she have any idea? Does she have any idea? Brother's a dirty bird.
oh, man, that's fucking nuts.
There you go. Cheers, bastards.
Cheers, man.
Oh my god. I think the battery on my iPhone is shite.
Mine
Because
is too at this point.
I think it's shite. And you know, I've had this phone for a little over a year and change. And I'm almost considering just swapping out that for the Max 15 Max, even though there's going to be a new phone coming out in September. But I don't give a fuck.
Who cares?
I don't
Tiny
care.
differences.
Who cares?
Who cares? I'll be back in a second.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll talk to the punters. Hey, gang, let me see what your comments are. There you go. Slancha to you, too. You need a 40,000. I don't have one easy. I need a 40,000 or 50,000. I do, milliamp. I do. But I don't have one. Crap. Hey, Matty Press, thank you very much. This is so ice cold, you have no idea. Nice bunch of fellas over there. Like, you doing the live stream? Are you having a live stream? Are you having a live stream? A liver, as they called it, a liver. I haven't. Where's me banners, right? Haven't stuck this in there. Who cares? Who cares? Did everybody get their gongs tonight for all their super chats and all the loveliness? The next Pavarotti. I studied that shit. I just never pursued it. You have to sleep 12 hours a night and not drink beer and not live with Paul. It's not a life. Who cares? Man, it's a box of frogs. West Village is great. We went. Please speak up a little bit. Ush. New York City seems like a great place to visit. Not live, not so much. Kind of like Los Angeles. I hate LA, but I do like certain parts of it now. Alain Gobert, thank you for that amazing echoes from tenor Dirk. Special effect. Yeah, I used to be more of a tenor. I'm now of a Barry tenor these days. 40,000 MH. Parties are now the rage. I know, I need one. You were right, Daniel Gutierrez. Is this a tourist spot? That's genius. Glenn Parker needs a drink. Don't you ever. Me too. And how? And how? Strangers in the night, exchanging money, lovers in the night, braced against an alley wall. Isn't it be nice to be a stranger in love? There's a bar near. Oh, I know this. I know the Stumble Inn. I know it very well. Alcohol makes people courageous. Big difference from horny. Yeah, I never understood that. Like, I'm going out for drinks. I've never done cocaine, but I would imagine that that's the thing that makes you super duper horny. Alcohol just makes me want to yak and see my friends and tell them how much I love them. And the last thing I want was that. The audio, gods. Got it, easy. Thank you very much. Me bud. Today's a Friday night, right? It's 9 o'clock on Friday. It's 9 o'clock on a Friday. A regular crowd stumbles in. They were already horny to begin with. That's hilarious. And Donald Murray. Oh, yeah. I don't know anything about this, but on the justice system of Ireland, Fortunately, we put away a horrible creature today for 30 years. Too lenient, in my opinion. I don't know what the case is about.
No, me neither.
Some kind of monster, though.
Sounds like it. I follow some of the Irish politics, but not lots of it.
I don't know what it is. I'd say it's about 78 degrees, 75 degrees Fahrenheit. So in Celsius, what would that be, like 30? It's 30 nice for you guys? 30's hot, right?
30's very, very hot.
So it's about 18.
No, not 18, like 20, 22, or 24 or something.
Is that nice?
Yeah, that's comfortable.
I already killed it.
He did, yeah. He pounded it.
Oops, spilled a little bit. I'm gonna get another one. That was too fast.
You should always get two. The first one is just for quenching the thirst, and then the second one's for enjoying.
I know.
I used to do that with vodka cranberries.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
He's back in. You can hear the glasses.
Oh, the Mets are winning again. Very nice. Oh man, I would love to calibrate this TV. It's fun.
Thanks, Easy.
Oh my god. This is like looks like a starburst. The TV, the color is so bad.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Bring out an Irish lass. Maybe if I was there, he's not going to do it.
What am I going to do with that?
Exactly.
I don't like the Irish shows. Not anything at all.
It's not mine either.
Oh wow. You're the queen. You are the queen. That went down way too fast. Pete Alonso is the man. The polar bear. Oh, look at this. Thank you, Lux.
Yes, Glenn Parker left his phone outside. He's using his AirPods.
What are you going to do, steal it? What are you going to do, steal it? It's got a camera attached. I'll know exactly where they are.
Yeah, we'll be able to watch it live as they run away.
Cheers. Look, I'm like, who cares? Who cares? I'm going to take that off. I care.
There's the second round on Easy E.
Thank you, baby. Thank you so much. Tomorrow, I'm going to out to Long Island to go give. It's for my birthday, Paul's birthday, David's birthday. We combined them, but we haven't been able to get together because everything's been fucked.
All right.
I'm giving him that Mirage 6 watch roll.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because I kept that one. I was like, you know what? I want to give that to David. And, we gave away all those other ones. But the 6 one, it's like a beautiful brown leather and stuff. So that's going to be his gift.
Oh, that's nice.
Hope he doesn't expect to see watches inside it.
Yeah, he might be expecting some Omega or something.
He's got Omega up the wazoo. He wanted to get the No Time to Die. And you know the reason why he didn't get it? Titanium.
Oh, he doesn't like the lightness. He wants the weight.
No.
He needs the 60th anniversary. That's the one with the weight.
Yeah, that's the one with the weight, yeah. Maybe you should get that. It's a nice one. Dirk Glenn Parker's like, I did. Well, this is Sunnyside. Live on the sunny side where the stars don't shine.
God, those lyrics ring even more true now watching this. My God.
Twisted so fucking... Didn't Ado write the lyrics to that song?
He wrote those first lines, and then Colin expanded it out to a full song.
Oh, okay. The inspiration.
You wrote like a verse, I think.
Live on the sunny side where the stars don't shine.
Like the lyric "so fucking twisted" is very Ado. It's not. That's not what Colin would write.
No.
That's not literary to say "so fucking twisted"
So fucking wasted.
or "so fucking wasted" or whatever.
Yeah, you're something twisted. Yeah. Is it elegantly twisted? So fucking wasted. Do you steal that from In Excess? Oh, here we go. Donald says, taxi driver who justified his actions as an agreement between two adults and assaulted multiple women in Dublin. But his worst crime, he raped a 7-year-old girl.
Jesus Christ.
Is it circumstantial evidence, or they have proof of video of him doing it? I don't know.
Who knows?
See, this is the I found.
I don't know
this-
anything about it, so I won't make a comment.
Yeah,
You got 30 years, fine.
good for him. Good for him. But I know what you wanted.
But he's not going to get that in Ireland.
No, obviously not. Oh, they used to do it in Ireland all the time, didn't they? Learn from their mistakes, I guess.
Yeah.
You know. Let me see if I switch this. Oh yeah. I don't know how in the world this works.
It's nice to see people sitting out on the street there. I don't remember that ever being a thing in Queens Boulevard.
No, it's not. But I think McGinnis's has done in the past.
Really? I don't remember.
They have this nice little area. Why would you not? You know what? All bets are off since the pandemic because, of course, everybody was allowed to have their big lean-tos, their big tents on the street. So all of a sudden, everybody had this outdoor seating, and anybody who'd ever had a license for sidewalk cafes instantly were granted it. Everyone was granted it, and they're legal. They're allowed to have it until the end of summer 2025.
Oh, wow.
That's when it's going to expire, and that's probably when the next pandemic will happen. But no one will care, and no one will abide by anything, and everyone will die.
Well, if Trump gets in, the world...
He's not getting in. Not happening now. No.
Oh, wow, you changed tune.
I've been glued to it the last couple of days. Remember how I didn't care? I care. You know why I care?
Yeah, but just the other day you were like, it doesn't matter, Trump is still getting in.
It does matter, because holy shit, she's been on fire. Even her terrible Israel speech was hopeful.
Yes.
Wasn't bad. It was pretty good. You know, even though she's like, Israel defend itself, blah, 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 blah. She talked about Gaza. She talked about Palestinians.
They're already hating on Ben Gvir. Already made a statement against it. She's already getting the usual stuff now. Oh, she's not good for Israel because she said this. Meanwhile, it's all lip service. Like,
aren't you all getting enough? Isn't it enough already? Enough. I thought, anyway, did you see who's on her short list to be vice president?
Shapiro.
That's one of them.
And who else?
She can't do that. She can't do a woman and a Jew. She can't do it. That would be a mistake.
Yeah, but he owns Pennsylvania.
I know he does. I know he does. But
and that's the state that will make the difference.
Why do we get a couple of a black drag queen? And I mean, it's like Americans are idiots, and they need to digest small bites.
If she gets Pennsylvania, she gets the lead. That's it.
All right.
And Shapiro is loved in Pennsylvania. If she takes Shapiro, she wins. Maybe. I don't know.
She has McRaven on her short list. My dream guy.
Your dream guy. You think she might take him? Are you going to vote for her then?
I'm going to obviously vote for her anyway at this point. But I'm liking what she says. I've been liking her speeches. I've been liking her drive. I've been liking how she picked up the slack like this, like that. It's been instantaneous.
Dude, she got 100 million in 24 hours. She got 2,800 delegates. All she needed was like 1,800. She got fucking 2,800 delegates in 24 hours.
Listen, if anybody's looking for anarchy and the most unpatriotic way to be an American, then vote Donald Trump. That's fine. But if you want to even if you want to consider her like a transitional person, maybe so. But by the way, Travis Watts, has anybody seen Mayor Pete? That guy is brighter than 1,000 suns. That guy has just absolutely disintegrated anything Donald Trump has said. Just listen to Mayor Pete speak. That guy is so knowledgeable, it's frightening. But you know who's the most frightening of all? I said this on my show the other night, Ashim. If Alec Baldwin ever debated any politician on politics, they would be destroyed. His knowledge of politics, like geopolitical situations, cabinet members, foreign people, and the guy is on fire. He was doing this thing with, it was a speech years ago at Oxford University. Have you ever seen that? It was unbelievable. Horrible. But Mayor Pete, who's a player right now, Mayor Pete, he's so impressive. But, he's gay, and all he does is talk about Chasten. You know what? Do I talk about Paul too much? I don't know. Very rarely do I mention it. But he's always like, Chasten and I were picking out oranges. Chasten and I were Chasten and I like, all right, girl, we get you. Play it down a little bit. There's a couple of people out there that aren't quite ready for you and Chasten. So just push it up a little bit, lady friend, because you're a smart motherfucker, and he really could be advantageous for the Democratic Party.
Here's a good one from JBB. Taylor Swift is on the short list. Good for 10 million votes. Probably more than 10 million. Fucking Taylor Swift could win the election right now.
She could.
Nah, I'm joking, but listen. Kamala, listen, it's crazy.
I'm on record saying I don't like her. Oh, Travis believes
I don't like her either.
You know what, Travis? I'm worried about. Here's what I'm worried about. That's why I'm worried about, Pennsylvania, because I think having a black woman and a Jewish guy, it's too scary for America. Having a gay guy and a black president, too scary for America.
Too scary.
It's too scary. I'm afraid that you almost got to put the lily white guy in there just to balance out the recipe. You know what I mean?
She needs like a military man.
She needs Admiral William McRaven, military hero.
How far is he down the list?
He doesn't want the job. He doesn't want it. He said it repeatedly. He does not want the job.
I feel like it just comes down to Michigan and Pennsylvania, and that's all that matters. And if she gets, especially Pennsylvania, she's got the lead, and it's in the bag. That's it. So
Glenn
she
says,
takes Shapiro.
You're right. I don't want to get involved in your politics, but I don't think your country's ready for it. Well, here's the difference. We can have America's Hitler, or we can have her. There you go. And that's a direct quote from his running mate, J.D. Vance.
Oh, J.D. Vance fucking despised that guy. It's all coming out what J.D. Vance said about him.
I mean, but he's like, he's the American Hitler. I hate that guy. He's a fucking idiot. Oh, shit, really? I'll take that job. Okay, sure. Oh for me?
God.
Okay. Just goes to show you what a shallow cunt he is. Also, all the Appalachians, all of those people hate him because they say he appropriated their culture, and that's not his real story. That Hillbilly Elegy movie and book?
Yes.
Which was terrific, by the way. Glenn Close was so robbed of an Oscar for that picture. Would somebody please give Glenn Close a fucking Oscar already? Does she not deserve one?
She deserves one. I can't believe you come full circle. We were only like 1 week. 1 week in politics is a long time, man. Shit, just the last time we were speaking. I'm on it. That's crazy.
I've been so utterly impressed by her. Because she's always so giggly, and it's annoying.
Yeah.
And I don't buy her shit. But she has been fucking laser focused on the issues, taking him down point by point by point. I think she is a DA. She's a prosecutor. And you know what? She's a Trump assassin. And I think she was waiting for this. I almost think they had this plan the whole time.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. Yeah. Because they waited for after the RNC to announce it. I was like, you guys cook this, man, you fuckers. But listen, this is the way it goes, man.
I think they might have done it. Trump is dead with the young ones. Dead. They don't want him. He's an oligarch.
She just got the young ones back by her speech on Gaza, because it's the biggest movement of young people in the history of the world, around the world, including in America. She just got them all back.
You got to put a leash on that. No, you have to. It's law. She's walking down Queens Boulevard with a dog off a leash.
I like when you say law, you say, it's law.
It's law.
It's law.
It's law.
It's the
Ushberg. It's Dirkstein and Ushberg. Ushberg and Dirkstein. You
got an accident? You got an injury?
Have you heard about an accident? Do you know somebody who knows anything about an accident? Call Dirkstein and Ushberg. 1-888-BASHERS. That's 1-800-BASHERS. We're here for you 24 hours a day, working for you to make money. Ushberg and Dirkowitz. It's the greatest. That guy, so do you remember the guy with the cowboy hat that used to do the commercials, Binder and Binder, when you were in New York? Do you remember the commercials? They were like every 5 minutes on TV. They'd be like, Binder and Binder. And it was Dick Summer from WNEW-FM's Binder and Binder. And the guy, he had a cowboy hat on. Turns out that guy, ready for this? He is friends with my friend who runs Brandy's, the place where I fix audio. And he goes, I'm going to go meet Mike Binder today. And I said, oh, shit. He goes, oh, yeah. He just got back from Paris. He's got like 60 crates of DRC.
Oh, shit. What's happening right there?
He bought a townhouse. It's a fucking...
Is somebody drilling on the street?
No, it's fracking. We're fracking in New York City.
You're fracking right now.
So this guy, Mike Binder, bought a townhouse next to his townhouse to turn that second townhouse into his wine cellar, the entire house.
Oh, dear God, you need to get to know him very well.
So I said, oh my, you're going to dinner with him tonight? I said, where are you guys going? He goes, oh, we're going to 11 Madison Park. I went, oh, wow. I said, it's vegan now. He didn't know that. And I said, what are you going to drink? He goes, we don't ever drink their wine. He always brings a couple of bottles.
Brings his own wine. Well, that's the class thing to do now, isn't it?
So I want to know everything about...
If you're extra classy, you drop it off or you send somebody with it early. So then when you get it there, when you get to the restaurant, they've already decanted it for you. I used to do that in Epic Steakhouse in San Francisco. Drop off the wine early and say, I'll see you later. And you get there and they just bring it decanted for you to the fucking table.
I love this. In glass, and I understand what's going on in Kulak. It's great.
Donald Murray. Yeah, I got that feeling from Donald Murray. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry to say, but I'm probably against you on those feelings.
So,
Probably.
Donald, are you... I might be related to you in some small way. My mother is a Murray, and that's technically my middle name. It is. We're probably related in some way. From the Murray clan. My mother is Eileen Murray.
The Murrays.
The Murrays. I'm totally on the Kamala train right now. I've decided to jump aboard.
I can't believe it.
I've decided to, because I've been watching, reading, watching. And I just feel like that girl took the firecracker, licked the fucking fuse, and started walking. I think she just ran with it. And I'm like, you know what? I like what I see, because you know what? Vice presidents, you never get to see what they're, nothing. It's such a vanity position.
Poor old Mike Pence, man. What he went through.
He's a cunt, however.
He's a prick. He's a
cunt. But I do feel bad for him because Donald wanted to have him murdered. And he basically told those people to do it. And that's not rhetoric, kids.
He tried to kill him. He
did. And Nancy Pelosi. I mean, like, it's so crazy like John, my beloved John, who I adore more than anything in the world, he talks about Nancy Pelosi as if she's the devil. I'm like, what did she do? What did Nancy Pelosi do? And then when her husband was attacked in their house, who was the first person to go crazy and make jokes about it? Donald Trump.
Donald Trump made jokes about her husband having his head bashed in with a hammer. He made jokes about it. People started making jokes about the attempted assassination. They get all butthurt. I'm like, are you kidding me? This is the party of fucking violence who made jokes about violence for years, and now you all get butthurt that somebody got violent on the other side. By the way, a registered Republican. Like, give me a fucking break. I'm sick of it. Just the lack of intelligence over there is just killing me. I'm no big fan of Kamala, but yeah, I mean, she's fucking hitting the ground running. She's a fucking ex-prosecutor, DA, AG. She was a fucking AG. So come on, like she's super qualified. People are like, she's not qualified. I'm like, she's 1,000 times more qualified than the other dude. The other dude couldn't point out a place on the map if you showed him a world map.
He couldn't.
He couldn't point out anywhere.
Carolyn,
where's India on the map? He wouldn't know.
Yeah. What did I do, Carolyn? Glenn Parker, you just don't want Trump.
Well,
no, nobody does.
Carolyn's Republican.
No, she's not a Trumper, though.
She's not a Trump, yeah, but she's Republican.
No, Trump.
That's okay.
Listen, anybody who votes down the party line straight because they're in their party, that's the worst thing you could ever do. I've never voted down the party line, ever in my life. Glenn, I don't know what you mean by that. Now I'm getting involved. Nobody wants Trump. He's like find the most retarded person you've ever met in your entire life. They're smarter than Donald Trump. He's an idiot. That guy couldn't find Cambodia on the map.
No, he's worse than an idiot. You Glenn Parker, you can thank Mark. What's his name? Shit. He was the. Oh my God! What the fucking names are flying out of my head right now.
Guess who's 50?
Mark Milley, who was the chairman for the Joint Chiefs of Staff. He was the personal advisor to the president. You can thank him for World War III not starting because he stopped Trump from starting that at the end of his fucking tenure. He stopped that happening. And he looked at Trump in his desperation trying to create a problem out of nowhere, and he said, you're going to start a fucking war. Yeah. Thank God for these brilliant military men who have badges. You know how many badges that Thank God for them because they see the seriousness of it. Trump doesn't see it that he's a fucking child.
Doesn't take anything. He's a child. He doesn't know. He started an insurrection. That's real, guys. And by the way, I grew up in Jamaica, Queens. Not pulling rank, but I've known about Donald Trump my whole life. You guys just found out about him a couple of years ago. Exactly. I've known who he was my whole life.
We all
you know what he is? He's a clown. He's a circus clown. And that's it.
No, I thought you were Republican.
No, she's not. Carolyn and I talk. You guys make
I didn't know. I thought she always said she was on the right. There was no disrespect between us.
I'm on the right side of left. I'm on the left side.
I know a lot of people on the right and left, and yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
What? Let me just look at this for a second.
Best candidate, independent. Hey, listen. At this point, it's going to be like the original Biden vote. People are going to. It's a preventative vote. They will vote because they want to prevent the other guy.
How tired should we be of that? Yeah. Everything's been a preventative vote for the last how long now? So boring. I want to be passionate and excited about a candidate.
Well, people were passionate about Obama.
They were.
He's not my dream guy or anything, but they were passionate because it was an African American as president. I don't know. Listen, anyway, the long and short of it is it's only a matter of time before 4 months to go. That's a long time in politics. As Donald Trump said to Piers Morgan the other night, and he's right. Donald Trump is right. 4 months is a long time in politics. And I think Biden's going to step down because he's not well, and 47 is going to be her, and then she'll be running for re-election. She's going to look very presidential. She's already looked very presidential. We got your audio coming out, man. Ooh, what happened to you? She's not my dream girl at all. She's a fucking brutal, ex-brutal DA, but all DAs are brutal, so it's not like a weird thing. I can't hear you anymore, man.
I'm gonna go get another beer. I'll be right
Oh, I
back.
can hear you now, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna get another beer.
Okay, man.
Then I'll wrap up the show because
He should order 3 beers as he starts. Hey, you know what? If she's president, it'll be the first female president. I thought it was going to be Ivanka. That's what I thought for a long time. I said it to her directly. Very driven woman. She may be president someday. She's a very focused person.
Where are you place from? Derry. What part of Derry? What part of Derry?
Look at this little Irish bar in Queens on Queens Boulevard. The girl's tired. Look. This girl here leaning on the table, she's probably fresh in from Ireland. She's tired. It's the middle of the night for her.
Oh, there's so many people off the boat here. Holy
Straight off the boat,
The girl
huh?
behind the bar, she's like, I thought she was being nice, and like at the end, she just took my 20, and then she put all the money, and then she put it on there. She goes, "Cheers to you," thinking there's going to be a 10, a 5, and 5 singles. No, she didn't buy me shit. I've only had
she
3
didn't.
beers left. I'm not wasted.
There's no buyback or anything.
Fuck.
Does the buyback still exist in New York?
Hold on, I gotta crank the volume because I can't hear you.
Oh, that's okay, man.
Because I had to take my headphones out for a quick charge.
No
But
worries,
everybody in there is off the boat. Jesus. I mean, I heard so much cark.
man. Oh, you did.
So I got a bunch of. I got to get one of those 40,000 milliamp batteries, because these are just. This is a 10 and this is a 15, and they're both. This one's way better, and this is one I've had for a while. This one works really well. This is the one I got that day we were doing the big thingy together with the kids in LA. This one, it doesn't supply the juice quick enough. I need something to inject the juice quickly, you know.
My one is the one that Tim Wright gave me. It's incredible.
Can you send me the link to that so I can go get it?
I will. The thing charges
Tim
faster
didn't
than
send
the
me that
wall.
link. Tim didn't send me that link. Let me see how this is doing. Hold on, let me take
Just
a look.
leave it charged. It's all right, man.
I'm gonna take a look at the. What, you know what's crazy is these last forever, but for some crazy reason.
Tonight, but I'm in 3.5
That's
hours.
back. Yeah.
Yeah, but let me check to see what shite is on this. No, I don't want stocks, you cunt. What the? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to say that.
Thomas Burnett, get this beer on me, Dirky.
Thanks, Tom. Thank you, Thomas.
Thanks, Tom. Legend.
Thank you very much. You are a legend.
This all goes to Dirk. This is all Dirk.
This is you know what's really crazy? Oh man, I'll never live those Emmett shows down ever again. Everybody, those shows will go down in history. I'm so fucked.
You're gonna have to fly to LA and do it again.
That's all they want is those shows. Like it was like. I mean, we're like, listen, guys. I'd like to say it's not all about money because it's not all about money, but holy shit, this is my job now. I don't have a job, so like, we made $800 last Friday.
Yeah, man.
Plus, like, holy shit, because people went bananas because they caught Tuesday night and they loved it. And then they caught Friday. Then they all tuned in for Friday.
Well,
like
it's
that
kind
was
of a
it.
special thing when you go, hey, can you play this song? And you guys just pull it out of your ass. That's kind of fucking
Right.
cool.
I mean,
You know?
it's just, it's
And
you know what's really crazy is Evan and I have never ever done anything together before. Really, other than him starting to write for Bashers. Like, we've never jammed together, we've never gigged together, we've never done any of that together ever. We've just been friends forever.
Right.
You know, so we can pretty much figure each other out. But
Sunnyside.
you want to get on the stream?
What's the stream?
We're on. It's just called iBashers. What's your name?
Josh is my name.
Where are you from, Josh?
Newry.
Where?
Newry, Northern Ireland.
He's from
Northern
Newry,
Ireland.
Northern
There you
Ireland.
go.
Newry.
Yeah. There you go. This is my buddy Oisin. He's in. Where are you, Oisin? There you go.
This is the live stream.
That's
What's happening,
Oisin.
guys?
This is Oisin. He's in Venice, Italy right now.
One.
He's from Dublin. He lives in Venice,
Yeah.
in Italy right now.
That's good. That's good.
This is the iBashers channel, where we just bullshit and talk about stuff. And I took everybody on a little tour in New York, and now we're having a couple of beers.
Cool. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm going to take a slash and I'll come back.
Go do your thing, man. Pleasure, man.
He's going to take a slosh.
Yeah, that means a piss, kids.
My beautiful people.
He's not your beautiful people.
Well, yeah, it's from the north. Yeah, it's
He's not.
different.
They're thank you, love, very much. He, oh my God. Can we talk about it? You know, what is it about Northern Irish guitar players? What is it? What's in the water in Belfast that the guitar players are so great?
Have you heard about the new Belfast sensation?
No.
They're called Kneecap. They're rappers. They're rappers. They're Republican rappers. Republican, not like in the American sense, but in the Irish sense.
Obviously, yeah.
Right. And they're from Northern Ireland. There's a movie made about them. They're huge. It's the most massive thing coming out of Ireland. Besides that fucking little rap song from those kids from Cork. It's massive. Kneecap, they're called. Kneecap. And one of the guys wears... He's not listening to me. It doesn't matter.
No, I am.
One of the lads wears a balaclava in the tricolor. Have you seen it?
Oh, no, I haven't seen that, no.
Kneecap. Let me pull them up. They're fucking crazy. And it's like there's a movie made all about them. They're a fucking huge deal, man. Okay.
They were in Cannes. Donald says they were in Cannes. Oh, thank you, Glenn Parker.
Yeah,
with
the
5
film.
fans.
Thanks, Glenn Parker. The film is a sensation. These guys, they're
look at that.
super fucking hardcore, and half the film is in Irish, Oscailga.
Is that right? They speak Irish, these guys.
Yeah.
In Northern Ireland. Wow.
In Northern Ireland,
How do the
Republicans.
How do the Unionists not fucking stop that shit?
I know.
Have they tried?
It's gotten out of
Hey,
control.
buddy. We're looking at. Do you know Kneecap?
Who's Kneecap?
They're a fucking Northern Ireland group.
Yeah. I know them. Yeah, from Belfast.
Yeah.
There you go.
We're looking at them right now.
That's good.
I have no knowledge.
Miranda. C-A-R-T. It's coming on some flat food.
Yeah.
That song. I love that song.
Yeah.
I seen them live.
Yeah.
I saw them live.
You saw them live where?
In they were at Other Side in Slane Festival.
Oh, they were at Slane.
They were in
Yeah.
Slane. Not at Slane, but they were at
No,
festival in Slane.
Noel Gallagher from the Oasis loves
Big
them.
mosh pit. Everyone started falling
Did you
down
just say
early.
Noel Gallagher?
Yeah.
Wait, is
And
the
not
boys are
Noel
actually live
Gallagher.
with you?
Huh?
The boys are actually on with you.
Yes, my boy Sheen right now.
No, it's
Show
not the
yourself.
boys are. No, the boys are not on with you.
No, they're
No,
not
it's
on.
me.
No,
I
It's
thought
me.
the boys
No, we're
were
talking about
Yeah.
no, no.
What's this thing you do? Just like Irish?
I don't know them. He's introducing. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I have no
they rap
knowledge.
in Irish. They're good.
I didn't know. No. He just told me all about
Any
them.
women on?
I just mentioned. I said, what is it about Northern Irish guitar players that are all so good? And
It's
I was about to talk about somebody he doesn't
Any
know
women on the
about,
show?
and it turns out he mentioned them.
Any women on? No.
What's that?
Any women
There's plenty
on
with
it?
they're watching, but not on. I don't do panel shows. I don't do panel shows
No.
because they're trash. You go on OnlyFans for that, my friend.
No.
Yeah.
Too good looking for that kind of
You're too good looking for that. You go on that. Cheers. Yeah, man. Yes. Great crap. Good guys. But very Irishy. You know?
Any women on there?
Yeah, man. It's like at that point.
Where the women? We got to New York. We want to meet the women. Yeah.
No, but if you're drunk and you're looking for a fella,
They can walk into the bar and there's tons of them in the bar. Right now.
there's tons of girls in there right now.
Oh yeah, they're all in there having chats and so on. But boys are out for a little tail.
I mean, I can't, like, I'm so old and so married. Oh my God, I can't think of anything I'd like to do less than that.
It's all they're thinking about. It's the only thing they can think about right now.
It's like when I'm done with the stream, I'm going to get on the train, I'll go home, make dinner. And
You don't want to
maybe
get a
we'll watch-
blowjob in the toilet, Dirk? You don't want to get a blow? No, you sure?
No, I don't.
That's the single thing on their minds right now.
Oh my God,
That's
how
why
crap
I'm
is
glad.
that?
I'm glad I was in a rock band because I skipped over that entire disgraceful
It's disgraceful.
thing.
No,
I was
no, the
never.
funny
I was
thing
never
is-
chasing the girls. I was never fucking on the prowl. I was never. It was never any of that. I got plenty of blowjobs in toilets because I
Your
played a
mother
gig.
is on the show.
No, she's not. No, she's asleep now. She's
It's,
asleep.
no, he's talking about blowjobs in the toilet. I'm like, your mother's on the show. They're commenting from the peanut gallery. Listen, I met Paul in the toilet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever met a woman in a toilet. Oh, well.
It wasn't a sexual thing. It was like, hey, how are you? How are you? It wasn't dirty or anything. It was just like, you know, that's how it happened. You can meet somebody in the toilet and be with them 35 years later.
That's a great thing.
How about that?
Anyway, watch out for these guys' kneecap, dude.
I'm going to check them out tonight. I'm going to check them out. Anyway, it's late. We should end this thing because it's been a great crack, fun stream, and all that stuff. And at this point in the game, they're getting very loud, and I want to get away from it.
Yeah.
Because
It's a small crowd at this point.
Yeah, it's a very tiny crowd. We worked them down to the bone. I appreciate all of you.
Do you want me to do the outros and the brand and all that shit? Let me find it.
Yeah.
I got it. Basher's outro, is it? Or Dirk Weekdays outro? Dirk Weekdays.
Let me give a little mantra, guys. Remember to hold the door open. Remember to say please and thank you. And remember, whenever you encounter unkindness, fuck them. They're a